right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Come on, LBS. There we go. Welcome back to another glorious day of Underrail. I have done a lot of prep work on the outside during the day that we did not have stream. I spent too goddamn long yesterday on this stuff. I did some farming. I did some backtracking for some oddities that we missed, that I basically went to the wiki and double checked that we had already gone through those areas and I had just missed them. And yes, I went through the song and dance of the absolute insanity that was getting this piece of shit. I never, ever want to have to deal with that much bullshit ever again. It was basically just trial and error. Run in, find some of the bone cranks, crank them open, leave. I'm literally alt tabbed out of the game for like 10 to 15 minutes so that the enemies would all reset and then repeat. But we have it. The shard. This stupid little fucking thing from the goddamn fucking serpent-born bastarding graveyard. We have it. I brought it here. I do know we need to take some of the juice with it. So hold on, give me a second. Let me go over everything that we've got so far. So, shard acquired. New armor set acquired. This is pretty much the max I could get. This was all upper 170 super steel plates that I've been saving up for this occasion. New shield built. This is basically the max that we can get with our electronic skill. New metathermic headband. Also set up about as high as we can get. I got really lucky that I got both the crit chance and the crit damage bonus was a really high roll of the Cortec guy. I made some insulated super steel striders because I've noticed that we tend to have pretty good resistances across the board to just about everything, except acid, cold, and electricity. I can't do anything about acid because metal armor is explicitly hard countered by acid. So there wasn't anything I could do there. So we kept the bio suit for the super steel armor. Both the boots and the helmet that I made have cold resistance, so if we need to, we can throw those on. And as we go down into the deep caves, I'm also bringing along the Tesla armor because we've been having so many problems with those bloody coil spiders. Tesla armor isn't the best for anything else, but it does have 85% electrical resistance, which is pretty damn good. As per usual, we have our usual loadout for anti-bio gear. We have brought the Cyclops Eye in case we are having to deal massive single target damage. I can switch onto the Cyclops Eye and use only Plasma Blast. Ooh. We have our night vision goggles. We have our helmet, as mentioned, in case we need a little bit more protection. We've got our Lemurian Blaster for anti-stealth. We have our Hortiform Spear for standard purposes. We have a new built Taser in case I can hit anything with that. Jackknife for support abilities. We have 50 EMP grenades and 50 plasma grenades. There are acidic enemies in DC, but I remember them being fodder. And there's just not much we can do about it, Lennon. I'm gonna have to rely on my shield to try and take some of the hits, because I think there's only like 2 armor sets in the game that resist acid. One of them is a light armor set that is purely light armor. It's the mutated dog leathers. And the other, I think, is a unique armor or something in the similar vein. Heavy armor is not meant to resist acid. Like, acid is kind of a hard counter to it. Understandable. We are taking 60 fusion cells down there because I do not know what the situation will be on finding new batteries down there. I've got everything we could possibly need healing-wise. Advanced health hypos, bandages, super health hypos, psi boosters, psi reinvigorators, desaturated psionics, bullhead, perhaps the most important. Stun, daze, and incapacitation immunity for 3 turns. I've got trance, which I dumped all of my chemicals into. Got a handful of the dude stuff. We've got a handful of electronic repair kits, a handful of mechanical repair kits. We got our jackhammer, and we've got some explosive TNT charges as well, just in case. All told, we're rocking in with 207 kilos of equipment. This is not... Even though I know the ending of the game is fairly long, this is not for loot, this is not for rewards, this is for being prepared for everything that could go on down there. Now, before we take another step, what is with this thing? Because it says examine the shard. The shard is about 7 centimeters long and looks more like 2 different items being held together by an unnatural force. one item being made from some strange rock, while the other being some manner of crystal, which gives out prismatic glow but is not able to illuminate any other object. The more of the one side of the shard you see, the more the whole shard seems to assume the non-visual properties of that side, such as weight, temperature, and surface texture. Once you get to DC prepared for revelations, I'm looking forward to it. Now, I did look this up on the wiki. Apparently, I need to observe this while under the effects of the juice. The shard is roughly 2 centimeters long. Okay, this is the exact same. Examine the rocky side. The stone surface feels coarse but comfortable to touch at the same time, and not at all cold as you would expect from something that resembles stone. Feels very nice to press your skin against it, but it does not produce any powerful sensations that you might feel might fade with time. It must be the most comfortable inorganic material in the world. As you trace your hand across the surface, you have a strange feeling that somehow this side of the item is meant to be held in your hand like a handle. There's nothing in the shape of it that suggests that, but you get the feeling nonetheless. The feeling doesn't last long after you turn the item in your hands. Examine the crystal side. The crystal side of the shard looks so ethereal and delicate you're not sure if it's material at all. It does not seem to occupy the space in a normal way. It feels as if it rests in a different world, infinitely far from you, and you can only see it due to its soft, inexhaustible light. As you stare into the crystal long, its light starts to imprint incredible images into your mind's eye. Geometric shapes and bodies that defy the laws of space, infinitely fine patterns, colors beyond the visible spectrum, and greater wonders than you have a way to describe even to yourself. And they all seem to occupy the same space, the infinite depths of the ethereal light of the crystal. You need only reach out and grab them before they flee too far from your limited minds. Look at it sideways and examine both crystal and rock at the same time. Somehow the two disparate parts of the shard now seem to fit perfectly together and no longer make sense separately, like a handle and blade of a knife. It seems somewhat derailed, but you feel as if you might be able to take hold of this weapon or tool or whatever it might turn out to be, for it seems to have potential to be many things. Try to feel out the handle of the shard and plunge your mind deep into the light and bring back whatever you can. As you reach for and into the shard, both your hand and your mind seem lost inside of it, overwhelmed by the energies and vastness. You feel as though your entire being could be torn apart and disintegrated inside a great space. So you grab the first thing your inadequate hands can grasp and pull yourself out. The ethereal torch. The torch is composed of 7 glass-like tubes of bluish hue that originate at the top of the shaft and converge at the top of the torch. Inside the torch, between those tubes, rests bright glass so indescribably delicate and ethereal that you're not certain if it has any material properties at all or is made of pure light. The torch is almost entirely weightless. Launch a ball of light at the designated area. Everyone caught in the blast takes 60 to 120 pure energy damage. This attack bypasses 50% of all damage resistance and threshold. Precision is dependent upon the invoker's will and level. That's it? That's the torch I was talking about? Well, now we have it. What does it do? It explodes. It explodes big. All right, let's get moving. The tremors are only continuing, and we know exactly what that means. I think that's for killing the swamp ghosts. Wouldn't surprise me. So I will give you the rundown. The plan is to do the deep caves, the finale of the vanilla game. Once that is over, apparently the game doesn't just automatically go to the end screen. We will be doing the deep caves, and then before the game ends, we will be returning to Expedition in order to kill Magnar. I am not leaving him alive. Third, apparently there are, this one I had to just straight up look. But apparently the heavy duty DLC has 2 distinct ways of going through the DLC. We do not have the skills for the more peaceful one. You straight up have to be the stealthiest motherfucker in the world to get the stealthy ending. So we're gonna go back and we're going to tear the place apart and kill everyone that gets in our way. And then we're going to get the ending for that, and then we will end the game. Fuck Magnar. All my homies hate that hedgehog. Basically. All right. Aideen, we have a problem. Well, you have a problem. I have important news, Aideen. I've been to the West Wing and found a faceless tunneler carrying armed troops. He answers without delay. That is the cause of the tremors, the faceless. Speak quickly. What other information do you have for me? I spied on them before leaving. I don't think they saw me. If they did, you and I would not be leading this conversation. The faceless have no mercy and no emotion, not unlike machines. Never forget that. See, that hasn't been my experience, and indeed, every time someone's tried to tell me, oh, the faceless are mindless brutes and all they do is kill, I found evidence to the contrary. Were you able to see or hear anything regarding the motives of their arrival? But you just told me that they feel no emotion and all they do is attack you. What do you think they're going to do? I'm not going to give him that, no. Try to learn their purpose. Oh. Really? Ugh. I actually managed to talk to them. Why am I telling him that? Oh, whatever. I found out they're planning on invading. He makes no motion or sound in acknowledgement of what you just told him, at least not right away. His response comes after his uncanny pause. You were warned about their invasion. I find that highly implausible. Why would the faceless willingly reveal their plans? Even conversing with someone not of their kin is difficult to comprehend, as proven by their corrupted nature. Yet I see no reason to doubt you, however strange the situation might seem. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Was there anything else? That's all I know. What happens now? We must take appropriate counteraction. Chort must be preserved at all cost. We must mobilize all preservation forces. Then we must alert Harmos Stavros and his Rassifos in the deep caverns. Since communications with the Cytosine outpost as well as the nucleus have been difficult after the earthquake, someone will need to make the descent. It would be wisest if I was the one to make the descent and personally make sure that Chort remains safe. Medi and Samuel should be left in charge of the Institute's defenses. How will you go to the deep caverns? The building possesses an elevator beneath this very office. It is the only access point to the deep caverns we have available. The elevator at the back of the office will take us to the chamber below. The elevator to the deep caverns lies there. Few are allowed to access it, yet due to the situation you have found yourself in, you shall be one of those select few. Follow me, Savan, but there are a few more words I must exchange with you before I leave. And there we go. We'll wait for you in the chamber below. Do not take long. Here we've got take elevator down. Boop. Ooh. Okay, so they've got a whole facility down here. Here, iron gut bandage and a health hypo. ID and elevator controls, Midi and Samuel. Oh, somebody is definitely going to be coming through those doors, aren't they? Both Ideen and Samuel acknowledge your presence with a quick nod. Soon after, Ideen turns to the Mediant once more. Those are my instructions. I have full confidence you will perform your duty with the utmost commitment. You have been selected as Mediant for a good reason, Samuel. You shall not let Chort down, for that I am certain. Mediant Samuel proudly places his hand upon his chest, clenching it firmly. I would not even dream of disappointing you or abandoning Chort. No Chort is rule. You taught us to adapt and overcome. You taught us that Chort shall guide us to the better future. This is survival of the fittest, and the inbred, devolved, dystrophic faceless aren't even worthy of licking the ground we tread on. Ideen puts his hand on Median's shoulder and nods. Most excellent, Median. Now the time has come for me to summon the elevator. Every passing second brings Chort closer to danger, and that is something we cannot risk. You know what you must do. Chort guide you. Chort guide you. Shall not fail, eh? Ideen turns his head towards you in a single elegant motion. He stares at you for an instant, not saying a word. You still have no idea what lies behind that mask, and if he does ascend into the deep caverns, you may never be able to find out, you think to yourself. But once again, your thoughts are brought to a halt by the deep, muffled voice. You started your tortoise journey by challenging the devolved and successfully besting them. I only hope that your journey doesn't end with the devolved besting you. Soon they will arrive, hungry for tortoise flesh, thirsty for our blood. Do not let them taste it. I want to go to the deep caverns with you. His response is immediate. You must stay here. That is my will. It is non-negotiable. Why not? While I do respect your contributions to the Institute, of which there are many, I must go down without you. My decision is final. There's gotta be a way to get... I'm assuming we could probably bail in the chaos. Yeah, Chort guide you. He's gonna call the elevator. Yeah, everything's about to go to hell. The faceless, they are here! Oh shit. What's up, guys? So I'm just gonna not get involved in this. That sounds like a good idea. I didn't pass the interview from the lady at the Institute and had to wipe out all the chordas because I didn't know I could actually join them. We came close to that, but thankfully no. Yeah, no, I'm fucking Ideen. I'm not here for you. I'm not here for your revolution. What if I can... Oh, okay, so he is a thought control. Of course he's also a thought control specialist. Why wouldn't he be? I cannot tell what is going on. I can't even tell if the fucking faceless are shooting back. Somebody's shooting. Do I have to, like, help? Or can I... Oh. There went half of Ideen's shield. There's went the other half of his shields. He's also burning through his side points fast. Oh, somebody out there has thought manipulation as well. Zap, zap, zap. Like, do I have to? No, it just says escape before the faceless overrun. I got no problem with that. I'm just gonna stay over here. Bye, guys. It was a pain in the ass, and I was playing on easy with the Cave Wizard back when they were even more OP. Oh, there's one of the face. Oh, Ideen just disappeared. Oh, they are considered hostile. And I've managed to go pretty far without killing any of them, so I'd like to avoid that. How many turns does it take for them to get up here? Or for the elevator to get up here? Damn, dude got sniped. I'm not hearing anything. Not anything? Oh, he's firing a crossbow. Nade. Okay, seriously, how long does it take for... They're still firing, so something is over there. Trotus Racifor, Faceless Centaur, multiple Faceless Centaurs. I can't tell if they're actually hitting anything or not. Oh, that's one of their specialists. That's one of the mind reader ones with a thing on his face. Yeah, no, I don't feel the need to engage with this. I don't even know where Ideen went. He's somewhere over here, I think. If the Faceless are smart, they're gonna focus on Ideen. Oh, that one's down. How many turns does it take for this fucking elevator to get up here? Oh, good. There we go. Sayonara, suckers! Yeah, I don't even see... Oh, he made doppelganger. Can I please leave now? Because it looks like the Faceless are overrunning this position quite quickly, in fact. Amateur gets shot by a laser pistol. Well, that's another one down. I would really appreciate getting a chance to go. Bye-bye. Sayonara, folks. See you later. It's been fun. Bye-bye. Down and down into the deeps. Who knows what we'll find beneath? We should get it. Luckily, the elevator got sabotaged while close to an auxiliary tunnel. There's no telling into what sort of danger it might lead you. You've been descending for quite a while, and now you're sure you're close to the deep caverns. We're all through. Staying in the elevator is not an option. And there's our hard save. Let me guess. Yep, CP, deep caverns. Checkpoint. It does occur to me, the only thing that I forgot to bring, because I know they're going to be down here, was some caltrops to help deal with fucking crawlers. You know there's gonna be crawlers down here. Like, fucking horde of them, probably. Okay. I see mushrooms, but not mushrooms that we've ever seen in anywhere else. Probably why my character doesn't have any interactions for them. Probably don't want to pick mushrooms that we don't know are actually good or not. Don't remember finding crawlers in DC, ever. I find that hard to believe, given the nature of how the caverns have been. Ooh, that glows. Why is that glowing? Oh, okay, caves. Yep. Deep caverns, so it is true. There is a system of large caverns deep beneath the underworld. Where the fuck? I mean, you say caverns, but that is definitely habitation of some kind. Need that. Wait, what? 6? 6? Wait. Get back here. Get back here. A rumbling voice speaks to you once more. You made it. Good. What's going on here? We must speak. I have been waiting for you. Well, if we're gonna talk, can we start by you telling me your name? What do I even call you? Ram Umbra. Okay, that was way more pretentious than I thought it was going to be, given that everyone else just called you 6. All right, why were you waiting for me, Ram Umbra? We find ourselves in the same events again and again, Oculite. At the Oculus, at the Institute, and here. They are not coincidences. As I connect events I have witnessed, I wonder in how many more of these we have passed by each other, unaware that the other was nearby. You're here for the cube too, aren't you? We spoke about it at the Institute. Yes, but for a different reason than you. Okay, then maybe you can explain it. What the hell is with the cube? Most of what happens recently seems to revolve around it somehow. It's driven Core City nuts. It's caused everybody to have problems. The Faceless are invading. The Institute is at war. What is going on? Your questions are sidetracking our conversation. Listen, and I shall tell you what you need to know. The artifact is in possession of what you know as Chort. Chort must be destroyed, and the artifact returned to the Tunnelers, or Faceless. Refer to them as you wish. They are not your enemy. You share more common goals than you thought. And it's I who needs to do all this? It appears so. You shall play an important role in Chort's destruction, or perhaps even destroy it on your own. All events which have led to this one have produced a setting, a frame. Your deficient language prevents me from conveying the meaning properly, in which the only outcome is for you and Chort to meet. The only possible way for you to create an exit out of the deep caverns is to destroy Chort. I have contemplated it greatly, considered possibilities you are not even remotely aware of, and I have inferred no alternative. If you want Chort dead so badly, why don't you kill him? You seem to be able to go wherever the hell you want. You can teleport wherever the hell you want. This is not my event. It is difficult to explain, as I have stated, but it is something that must occur. You are the main participant. I could be wrong, and this frame ends up being your grave. This conversation meaningless to you and detrimental to me. The more I ponder the events which have led you here, however, the more I am confident that what I am telling you is correct. Oh, let me get this straight. You want Chort killed. Somehow I'm destined to do it. At least that seems to be the only language you're capable of using. You want the artifact returned to the Faceless, but you somehow can't interfere. Why are you still here then? It is a canon event. That's kind of what he seems to be saying. It's like he's saying, Chort dying is a canon event, but who deals the killing blow is not yet known. You anger the Faceless, you get hordes of Faceless gods, which mechanically are crawlers on steroids. Also, they respawn. Oh, I'm glad we don't have to deal with that. To make certain things occur, my presence here was not related to Chort originally, but as I learned of its name, it became more important, most important. Okay, what can you tell me about it? And what would I have to do in order to defeat the damn thing? It is an entity, an embodiment of something that must not be allowed to prevail. I cannot tell you what that is, for I do not know yet myself. Perhaps I will have these answers ready for some other event. His arm extends, pointing towards the tunnel. This way leads to Chort's domain. After you step into it, you will be prone to its psionic influence, your fragile mind exposed to violation. Far to the north, you will see an entangled gate, behind which lies Chort. The details of its destruction I do not know. After it is done, again, the artifact must be returned to the Faceless. That's why I said several streams ago not anger them. I was already kind of on that term because the first encounter we had with them was the injured guy, and he didn't seem that bad. Then we had the encounter outside of Foundry, where they were surprisingly peaceful, as long as we were careful. Really, Rail Crossing was kind of the only one where they were freaking out, but I guess I kind of get why they thought they definitively had a track on this thing, only to find out they were wrong. Talking about the Faceless? Well, we just ran into Six down here in the deep caves, and he's talking about how the cube must be returned to the Faceless. You could go to hell. So far, what you've told me only makes me more confused. On top of that, you asked me to accomplish something without even knowing why, and you give me absolutely no reason to trust you. Why should I do what you say? Yeah. There is no other option. Whether you end up victorious or as a stain on the ground, the only way for you to leave this place is by being a participant in Chort's destruction. I can offer you all I know about this location, as limited as it is. Okay, what is this artifact? Why does Chort want it? The artifact's purpose is a complex one. It is a powerful item, that should be enough. Why are you being like this? Just tell me what the bloody thing does. The artifact's purpose should not be your concern. You only need to make sure it is returned to the Faceless. Well, you seem to know them very well. Can you tell me anything about them? We have cooperated, and I have visited their home, which is not too far from here. They are not your enemies, unless you've mistreated them. Think carefully about your previous actions before engaging them, but whatever your personal disposition towards the Faceless, the artifact must be returned. What are they exactly? They are more similar to your kin than you might think, and they are connected to mine. Do not obstruct their workings. Their mission is important to us all. He becomes somewhat distant for a moment, but then continues. What else do you wish to know? Are there any other people in the deep caverns, besides the Chortists, I mean? I was told that a man was spotted near the Hollow Earth multiple times. The Faceless describe him as one with a chaotic mind. He is the only one of your kin that could be found here as far as I know, excluding the Chortists. And where can I find this man? His exact location is unknown. It was unimportant. I do recall that he was noticed near Faceless territory, north of their checkpoint, at the eastern exit from the Hollow Earth. I know nothing more than that. You want to find that dude? Well, then we need to. We need to go find the Faceless anyways, so apparently he's near them. What is going to be in there once I step through that tunnel? Hollow Earth. Your ancient kin built it in ages which came before, but their own foolishness also destroyed it. That is what I have been told. It is home to Chort's influence and its spawn, creatures that exist for no other purpose than to defend their master. They are legion. Attempting to weed them out will be futile, for they shall come after you again and again. But despite that, it is the creatures that will not be your greatest threat. Chort itself is. Ending its existence is where all focus should lie. It shall be your greatest enemy, one you will not likely see until the event in which it is destroyed comes to resolution, at which point its minions shall perish as well. Then tell me more about Chort. I have difficulty comprehending it, but I may look at it from a different perspective. Go by what I have told you so far, lest I risk confusing you by relaying an unfinished thought. The Faceless can give you a more appropriate answer. Their information too is limited, but their minds are closer to yours. You mentioned an entangled gate. What does that mean? I was only told of it, but it is supposed to act as an entrance to Chort's location. The gate is large and sturdy. This entanglement made out of thick organic matter, most likely produced in the same fashion as the spawn which guard it. Then how do I get through it? I do not know. It is likely, however, you will be able to easily remove the entanglement. I have made some observations that may help. From what I have seen, the spawns rarely venture far from their master. I have seen them attack the faceless checkpoints to the east outside their domain, but they would not pursue me past the south exit, this tunnel here. There's something about this area that scares them. I believe so. He raises his arm just as before, but points west. There is a cavern there which contains fungal organisms that are different than the others of the deep caverns. Perhaps that is the reason the spawn were unwilling to follow me. If you find no other way to remove the entanglement, go there. Perhaps you will find something of use. Do you know where I could find a resupply around here? Speak to the faceless. They'll give me supplies? Possibly. That is not what I meant, however. There is a section of abandoned buildings in their territory east of the Hollow Earth. A resourceful person such as you will no doubt be able to find something usable. Who are you? What are you? Where are you from? I am bound to this place only temporarily by my mission. I do not belong here. I am a creature like you, but I am not of this world of yours, and while you are submerged completely under it, I stand with one foot in it and with the other outside. He is you. I'm not getting that vibe. If anything, he sounds like an alien. Then again, we do know from the existence of the shadow creatures or whatever that there is like a Cthulhian reality warping kind of situation going on here. He might literally be someone from another plane of existence. A surfacer? I don't think so. You are submerged completely under it. I stand with one foot in it and the other outside. And we know that outside is referring to more like what the dude talked about with the pass between places, or what the shadow things were back in Expedition. Do you know what this is? He looks at the device intently for a few moments. I have seen such instruments. Where did you find this? It used to be a shard before it transformed. How did you come by this shard? A mariner in the Black Sea used it to kill one of the savage natives there by throwing it at him. I retrieved it from the savage's corpse. These savages, how are they connected to the shard itself? I don't know. He remains quiet. The complex this came from was made by my people for our purposes. The complex is used to store many things, but retrieving them is not easy, even for my kind. Activating the retrieved item is even harder for someone like you. How did you accomplish that? I drank a special concoction that allowed me to take hold of it. I see. I do not know the exact purpose of this instrument, but it does resemble a type of torch. We use it to remove otherworldly residue. My kin and I are not of this world of yours, and sometimes we must go beyond its limitations. This occasionally results in things from the outer expanses seeping into places where they should not be. When that happens, we use devices such as this to remove them. Be wary of this phenomenon when consuming any drugs that allow you to see or even move beyond the safe limits of this world. The torch alone might not be able to save you in the case of a larger anomaly. What do you think I should do with it? That is the real question. I think this piece has a purpose, but whether it's fulfilled through you or not, whether it will be of benefit to you or not, that I cannot say. Hold on to it, but proceed carefully. I need to go. Good. It is time for me to leave as well. We shall meet again after Chort has been destroyed. All right. I hope you know what the hell you're talking about. I'm off. I wish you success. Okay. Oh boy. Let's check this place out first. Batteries, lockpicks, electrical lanterns, don't need any of that. Hacking, get that open. Trapper's belt and a groin guard. Okay, so we have a passage east. We have what looks to be maybe something that connects from the south. Passage west, which he said contains the mushrooms, or the fungus, or whatever that he said, and north. But if we want to find the faceless, I believe he said they were on the eastern side. Whoa, creepy. What? All offensive and defensive. Whoa, what? You feel a deep primordial field creeping in the back of your head. All offensive, defensive, and psionic skills reduced by... Oh, dear. Okay. Hold on. We're going to need to move. I need to slow the game down because I need to carefully figure out where we're going. Okay, there's a faceless over here. Let's... Ow! Just move. Just move. We need to try and find the faceless. This is a full-blown, like... Holy shit. Creeping dread. Can I go in? Is there anything that... What was that? Oh! Industrial bot. Shit. You're gonna be annoying, aren't you? You found the landmines. Yes. 6 might be of the race that Azif calls the Godmen. I remember him mentioning that, but God, that was a long time ago. I don't even remember exactly what he talked about with that. Yeah, all offensive, defensive, and psionic skills reduced by 12%. Fuck. Okay. So you have 700 health. Let's just go ahead and pop an... Nope. Short-circuited, 538. Let's go ahead and blast you with this. Okay, 100 damage. Not bad. Not bad. He's still stunned, so let's go with Premeditation, Psionic Mania. Can I hit him from here? I can. Can we back up to make sure that I get the maximum damage on the Plasma Blast? There we go. Nothing of value. This is still going up. We need to find some place to hide. He said east was where the faceless were, and there's obviously dead faceless around here, so... Oh, that's a dead end. That's a dead end. That's not good. Dead shortest? Okay, there's nowhere to go here. Fuck. Okay, we need to find a place to hide. Oh! Faceless! Hi guys. I just want to talk. Flawlessly synchronized aiming between the bots and the faceless effectively accomplishes its intended goal of making you stop right in your tracks. An instant later, one of the soldiers, still firmly holding his weapon in one hand, uses the other one to reach under his mask, and one twist of the wrist activates a synthesized voice. Remain still. Do as you're told. Time passes in silence, barring the occasional echo or the barely audible sound of cracking as it slithers out of the walls around you. Both parties motionlessly eye each other until the very same faceless who spoke to you does so again. You may pass. Take the east exit out of this area. Follow the road to the warehouse. Once past it, head east at the first intersection. Walk until you reach an outpost. Take the exit east. Continue east until the first intersection. Then you'll reach the outpost. Okay. There, you will be sent to our commander. He has requested to speak with you. While on our territory, you will not interfere with our matters. You may carry weapons, but be aware that you will be confronted should you show any signs of hostility. Now, go. I'll go to your commander at once. He nods. Okay, so this was a full-blown, like, city down here. Look at the... Okay, so it is safe here. That's good. That's good. Hollow Earth. Karis Residential. The old decrepit Biocore research complex seems to have come to a gruesome end. Here. Okay, so I'm gonna need to probably mark which areas are safe of this vision of this fucking creeping dread shit. There's a lot of dead bodies around here. It said to take the exit east, follow the road to the first intersection, and then head east again. There's a lot of destroyed defenses around here. Yeah, more faceless. Deep Caverns Warehouse Block 2. That's all empty. I thought he said to go to the I assumed this was the intersection, but apparently not. May pass. Okay. Just gonna keep going this way, guys. I'll be back to explore it a bit. Well, we're still in a safe area because that weird thing is not showing up, I guess. I'm still not seeing where the faceless are hanging out. You said you'd be redirected at the intersection? I guess? Is this? Where am I? Series of storage facilities. We're inside something. No power. Okay. Also, it occurs to me, we've been wandering around after I blew myself up. We should probably just pop a health hypo, and unfortunately that's not quite enough to get me up. We can increase speed. I don't want to check anything out until we have, like, a proper base of operations to work from. Is it here? Further, I'm assuming we go east. There we go. Okay. The faceless gestures to you to stop. After a brief pause, he activates his voice and speaks to you. You may pass. Enter the building behind you and speak the command. I won't keep him waiting. Hello. Ooh, your armor's fancy. Ooh, look at that. You find yourself face to face with an armored faceless of imposing stature. Not a single patch of flesh is left exposed. Cascading shoulder plates, thick breastpiece engraved with a strange symbol, joint pads, and even a skirt-like gauntlet made from thick cloth all serve to encase and protect the being inside. But the tri-horned helmet with the singular cyclopean lens staring at you is the faceless' most prominent feature. Whether there is one, two, or more eyes behind that lens is not something that is immediately clear. But the powerful weapon grafted onto his right arm suggests that the monoscopic vision will make its use fairly difficult. Eventually, a synthesized voice addresses you. Please stand still while we extract information from your mind. There is nothing for you to fear. I'm familiar with your procedure. Get it over with. Good. They must all natively use psionic abilities to communicate, because that would explain why they only use a synthesized voice. You begin to feel a strange sensation at the center of your brain. Oddly, it starts shifting from side to side until it expands and vibrates in the areas around your temple, as well as within your forehead. Then a voice slowly grows in your head, gaining in volume and clarity with each passing moment. Relax. I will begin now. This will not hurt. Once more, you feel the cold metal arm grip your forehead and your thoughts begin to swirl. You feel as if your mind is transformed into a colorful vortex with your consciousness forced into its center. Individual thoughts are randomly lighting up, plummeting through your awareness before disappearing into the void. The speed soon increases, turning your thoughts into one continuous streak of light. You try to keep track of what's happening, of which memories are being sucked into the void, but no matter how focused you try to be, they simply move too fast for your comprehension. You eventually just give up and let it flow. The vortex then, without warning, collapses in on itself, and you feel your external senses slowly tingle back until you become fully aware of them. The first thing you feel is the cold arm detaching from your forehead. You are once more fully conscious and part of the real world. The first thing that welcomes you back is the harsh sound of the distorted, faceless voice. Well done. You have fully cooperated with us on every occasion where cooperation was possible. Your previous allegiance to the Chortis will not be held against you, since it proved necessary in tracking down the object you know as the Cube. We find your knowledge regarding it useful. So the Faceless are non-genocidal Daleks. Maybe? I'm not actually sure how much of their armor is armor and how much of it is cybernetics. It's hard to tell, and I think that's on purpose. We deem you trustworthy, Solan. We are interested in prolonging cooperation. We offer you supplies, free passage through held territory, and safety within our bases of operations. He implied that they may be extra-mental like he is, but more humanoid? Possibly, but it might be more of a case of they are humans from this world, but they're closer to what 6 is. Like, they the rest of humanity went down, like, remember what the doctor said about the supercorporations? Each one kind of specialized in their own area of transhuman or like, technological thought lines. What if the Faceless are another attempt using a combination of psionics, cybernetics, and essentially esoteric theory to go more in the direction of what 6 is? The only difference seems to be that they don't seem to be related to any of the supercorporations from before the descent, which is interesting because everything in the Underrail seems to descend from the supercorps at some point. We know you are looking for one Laura Baker and her husband, Terry. Oh! She was severely wounded before she was found by one of our tunnelers. Otherwise, she would have perished. She is in the medical office, and you may speak to her should you wish. Well, hot damn, I was wondering if we'd get an answer about that. I have granted you the rights to 3 ammo and 1 medical package. The building with the double doors is the barracks. Speak to the quadrupedal regarding ammo. In the medical office, there you can go for the medical package. If you have any further questions, you may speak only to me. I do have questions, as a matter of fact. You may ask them. I have met this strange being who calls himself Ram Umbra. What do you know about him? He is not one of us, but we treat him as an equal. He is our ally. We have cooperated on more than one occasion. Where did he come from? We do not know. He is from afar. The technology at his disposal more advanced than ours, and trivializes it completely. However, more impressive is his knowledge and understanding of our world. We consider ourselves fortunate to have had even a fragment of it shared with us. You should, too. Are there any other normal people in the deep caverns I can talk to? In the cavern, to the west of me, lives an old man who appears to have been living in the deep caverns for a long time. We read his mind when one of our patrols encountered him. It was chaotic, meaning he is insane. We would not extract useful information from him for this very reason. I have to imagine that because of the way the Faceless use their mind readers, I don't think a mind reader would want to interact definitively with a mind of that insanity. That sounds like it would go very bad for the mind reader specifically. He is not a threat to us or our goals. We took no action. He was seen near the warehouse block several times, but would retreat as soon as he noticed our presence. What do you know about Short? We have little concrete data on Short, for we never came in contact with it or its biomass. But the knowledge we possess eliminates all but one conclusion. Short was created by the merging of multiple biocore scientists into a single being, a process which could not have been realized without the aid of powerful mutagens in which the creation occurred. So it's a huge malformed monster. Music's kind of loud? Oh, as soon as I can get out of this. Well, I guess it is a little loud. Yeah, listening to it's definitely louder than the others. We know nothing of its appearance. We do suspect a being of such potent and far-reaching mental capacity is likely to be enormous in size in order to contain a sufficiently large brain. Such as those mutations are highly unpredictable. It is even possible that the brain mass rests outside of its body. Discussing its actual form any further would only end in useless speculations. How do you suspect that it was made out of mutated biocore scientists? Because those are the very same scientists that were responsible for us. Oh, never mind. They are related to Biocore. Of course, it's Biocore's fault. When in doubt, blame Biocore. I feel like if you just embrace that at the beginning of the game, this game makes a lot more sense. Response? They made us. Tell me about you then. The Faceless. I will. The research complex, where the very first of us were made. We were mutants. We were experiments. We existed not because we needed to, but because we could. We were many and different. We merely existed until we were shown that we could be something else, more than test subjects of the men and women who created us. What happened? We were not created equal. One of us possessed an outstanding intellect that gave him access beyond the confined limits of our world, which placed him in a position to play a crucial part in our escape. For Biocore was at its end, and he knew it and planned for it. And when the moment came, he seized it. He led us away, and he leads us to this very day. For those who used us, some were killed, some escaped, but the ones who exploited us the most, we threw into the mutagen tanks. Was it justice, or revenge, or both? That I cannot tell you. But the fact of the matter is that our birthplace was their grave. Or so we thought. Together now as one, they constitute Chort. Whether their minds remain separate or not through the merging is irrelevant. For every mind is itself a set of multiple cognitive systems functioning at various levels of consciousness. Therefore, their minds, whatever the case regarding their identity may be, now serve as the faculties to a higher mind, whose presence we can all perceive whenever we are inside its field of influence, which is inarguably Chort's greatest asset. Every mind is more than the sum of its parts, yet Chort is so much greater than its constituents that it raises questions to which none of us have the answer. Have you personally witnessed these events? No, I did not exist back then, but I know it. What happened once your people escaped? We became what you see now. Further than that, I may not go. That is all I may tell you regarding us and our past. Give me a moment. Audio. Let's just drop that down too. There we go. Is that better, Lord Brown Bear? Hold on. Go back into the question about Chort. Yep. Mutated biocore scientist, responsible. Tell me about the Faceless. Tell me what happened. Who is your leader? That I may not say. Of course. I think so, yeah. Okay. What is the deal with the cube? What is it and why is it so important to you people? You've been scouring the Southern Underrail for it. Why is the cube important to you? It turned half of South Underrail upside down. People lost their lives over it. My home station was threatened over it. Core City is being threatened over it. It is a power source. For what? You do not have the capacity to understand how it functions, nor how it is used. Shucklefuck Brigade! The Faceless wouldn't appreciate it. Shucklefuck Brigade! We'd get in the way of their lasers. You lose the map. You burn the cat. You nap in the shade. We need to stop the Faceless. There's only one solution. No, the Faceless have been far more reasonable than like 90% of the people in the Underrail, which is surprising. You do not have the capacity to understand how it functions or how it is used. Even if you did, that information may not be shared with you. I will only say that the cube was taken from us, and that we must retrieve it. If the cube is exploited, the consequences could prove disastrous. How was it taken from them? Stolen by an agent of an organization we aren't familiar with, and all due to our fault. We failed to see his deception. Reminds me of the Fifth Rack monsters and Feared by the Kin, but on average, the most reasonable of individuals. Yeah. I'm getting a similar vibe. Like, from the sound of it, though, the Faceless largely avoid humans in general. Like, the scary stories of them are probably from people who saw them and then shot first and asked questions later. You track this agent to Core City. Yes, after that, his trail disappears. Your mind offered us another possibility of his allegiance. Oculus. We were not aware that such an organization existed, let alone to try and connect it to the device's disappearance. But as of right now, those details are of secondary importance. Device retrieval is primary. You're not telling me very much. I am telling you what you need to know. The cube must be returned. We know where the cube is located. We do not possess the means to retrieve it. You can't get past that field, can you? Correct. It is a degenerative effect, something we haven't been able to circumvent or counteract. It seems to be especially more potent against our kind than against life forms with different types of neural activity. What does that exactly mean? Chort's influence is not exerted to the same degree on all life forms. The more complex the neural activity of the unit is, the greater interference, resulting in more destructive effects to the affected organism. Ideen probably knew the Faceless weren't savages, but he didn't tell people because Chort. And also, his religion openly says that they're a problem down here, so if they've been wanting to get to Chort this whole time, obviously the Chort, like, you don't even need to lie to the Chortis about that. If you just say, hey, they're coming to attack our god, you're not, I mean, they are. They legitimately are. That's not a lie to the Chortis. Of course the Chortis are going to shoot back. I presume the cube is with Chort? Correct. The cube was brought to it by the Chortis. Before, we weren't certain how the cube reached the Institute. Your mind clarified that. Hold on. Was Cornell the agent? No. And you yourself know that he is number one. Okay. Wait. Go back. There was a different line in there. There was a different line in there. Yeah, okay, Laura Baker met him in course. That was the only part I missed. Okay, okay, back to this. Oh, ad time. Perfect. I'm gonna run to the restroom and then we will continue interrogating the Faceless Commander for more information. Be right back. Actually, Lennon, it is possible that Aiden didn't know, because it wouldn't surprise me if Aiden's first encounter with the Faceless was also when he first came down here to encounter Chort. Which, of course, the Faceless would have shot at someone trying to open the gate to Chort. It's like, there's no scenario which you come down here purposely trying to get into the old Biocore facility where the Faceless don't assume that you're about to do something that's going to fuck them. Of course they open fire. What's to do with the cube? What do I get if I can get you the cube? That's a stupid question. We're doing this for the love of the game, god damn it. Is there any way we could return Laura to the Southgate Station complex? No, it is not possible at the moment. Can I ask why? Our resources are necessary elsewhere. The device is the priority. Everything else is of lower importance. And after you get the device, we will arrange transportation. And this leads back into the cube. Oh. Disastrous only for the Faceless or all of us? It depends. Oh my god. Okay, this just cycles back around. Okay. There's a large gate deep inside the complex that I can't get past. You know how to open it. I rescued one of yours in Core... Oh, yeah, I rescued one of yours in Core City. Then later met him in the Institute's West Wing. Is he alive? Is he okay? He perished during the invasion of the Institute. You say that as if you don't care about him. You are wrong. We care. We breathe, but our perception of the world, of life, is different than yours. So are our emotions. That is all I may share on the subject. I wonder if these guys were the end result of Biocore messing around with all that D5 mutagen over the years. Maybe they were the next step of it, of like stabilized mutations. There's a large gate deep inside the complex that Rom mentioned. You know anything that could help me open it? We have some information, but nothing we'll be able to use. What I may tell you is that the gate is being viciously protected by the hordes of Chort, and that behind it lies Chort itself, as well as what you know as the Cube. So there's Psyker mutant cyborgs. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I think it was an attempt, if D5... Okay, so when we talked to the mutant in Black Sea, he mentioned that when a psionic he knew got infected by the D5 mutagen, the psionic could literally see the mutagen rewriting his DNA through his mind's eye. But the changes wrought by the mutation only temporarily stunted the psionic ability. It didn't remove it, so long as the mutant managed to retain his mind. I think what the Faceless are is whatever the next step beyond the D5 mutation is, which is the D5 we know introduces a large variety of problems physically and psychologically to the user. But its main trade-off is that it makes the body incredibly resilient and, near as we can tell, triples, quadruples, or even quintuples the life expectancy. A human being who can remain physically fit to the age of, 75 before suffering major physical problems can now achieve an age of like 250, 325 before they start having serious problems. I think the Faceless were an attempt to hybridize the physical mutations of D5 with the cybernetics that were already common among Biocore and with the newly emergent psionic abilities that were starting to pop up in the human population. I think it was Biocore's attempt to finally get one over on all the other supercorps and most of the other people of the Underrail by producing essentially the ultimate army. And that just circles back around. Okay, I have no questions at the moment. Thank you. Silently watches you. I believe he said oh, that's the barracks. Okay, it said to talk to the Centaur if we wanted supplies, but I'm good with that. This must be the medical wing. Oh, Laura. The woman lying on the bed with her eyes fully closed, her face is dotted with reddish scars and blisters as if splattered with a boiling or corrosive liquid, which has distorted part of her face into a grotesque visage. Her eyes do begin to open. Her left eyelid lifts quickly, allowing the brown iris to focus on you. The other one lags, twitching as it slowly rises to reveal a swirled mass that used to be an eye. The light on the small device grafted onto her neck flashes green as a metallic voice speaks to you while carefully being molded by her lips. Oh, so when Cornell fired off his acid blaster, he did manage to hit her. She just didn't get the full blast that her husband did.
What is happening?
Miss Laura, can you hear me?
Who are you?
I'm from Southgate. I arrived there after you left, so we haven't had the chance to meet. My name's Savant. She's silent as her eyes inspect you, sluggishly moving up and down again. A quick tremble of her lips could have been an attempt at a smile, but the motion never proceeds further than that.
Terry, my husband.
Sorry, man, he didn't make it. The healthy eye sheds a tear, but her expression remains unchanged.
I know. I saw. But I had to ask. Still.
Can you tell me what happened to you?
I'll start from the beginning. Just before the earthquake, Terry and I were sent to Core City. We performed trading for the SGS and were tasked with obtaining several items from the local merchants, as well as to meet one man in the residential area to retrieve a package.
I don't think so, unless Ezra is ancient as fuck. The mutagen test happened 100 years ago when New Biocore was a thing. I think these experiments were from old Biocore, closer to when the people of the Underworld world fled to the Underground. Okay, yes, but if this facility was abandoned, Len, it's entirely possible Biocore lost out on a lot of their mutagen knowledge at the time. Hence why reformed or later Biocore would have still been working with the D5 mutagen, because they didn't know that there was a step beyond that. I'm not saying that there's evidence for this. I'm just saying that's my interpretation of what we've been presenting. It seems like old biocore, the biocore that was around right after the descent, right after the super corporations built into the ground to escape whatever apocalypse happened on the surface, were far more advanced than whatever they were later on. It seems like they suffered a period of degradation as well, trying to hold on to all the territory that they controlled at the time. Who was this man?
He had electrical equipment. Tanner never went into much details, only that the package was fragile, the device sensitive. I believe he said we were to take good care of the package. The man's name was James Steiner. James Steiner. That's all I know.
Wait, Tanner told you to retrieve the package. He ordered it.
We usually get the list from Vera, but she wasn't around at the time. Tanner was the one who talked to us.
That's why Tanner wants the orb, or the cube. He was the one who originally... Tanner, you son of a bitch. To think I trusted that man. That also means if he'd gotten his hands on the cube, the Faceless would have been invading SGS. Like, they would have... SGS only has a small militia. The fucking Faceless would have showed up and tore the entire station apart looking for this thing. So you went to this man, this James Steiner. What then?
We met him at his home, close to the fence, overlooking a portion of the drop zone. I remember seeing fire and smoke rising from one of the shacks down there, but that's not important. He had to leave or something, I can't remember, so he gave us the package and left quickly.
What did he look like?
Light-skinned, black hair, average height, brown eyes. Can't tell you much more. There was nothing striking about him. He behaved nothing out of the ordinary.
And the package?
We went through our list, got everything else we needed, save for a pair of power supply units that Harold needed. Tri-energy something or other, can't remember. We contacted Tanner and told him we got almost everything save for the power units. He told us it wasn't as urgent as we had thought and to return to SGS. So we went down to the station, and that's when the earthquake hit. The Underrail Express stopped all trains until they could survey the tunnels, and we couldn't get the signal to Tanner again. Ask him what to do next. We waited, tried to find those power units. We were out of luck. We went to the Hardcore City bar and waited, until we heard the trains were going again.
I spoke to the train operator who you asked if he was going to rail crossing. He told me what happened next.
Yes, the tattooed man. No train would go to the SGS directly because of the cave-in that was still being cleared. Terry suggested we go to rail crossing. We'd be closer to SGS when the tracks eventually got cleared. We could see if Buzzer, he has a shop there, if Buzzer had the power supplies for Harold.
But you never made it to Buzzer.
No.
She releases a metallic sigh before continuing.
We were attacked at the rail crossing station.
By Cornell and the Acid Hunters.
Acid Hunters? I don't understand.
I tracked those animals down. That man, Cornell, confessed to everything.
You found them?
I killed them, Laura. I killed all of them. Your words land just as they should. Her stare reveals the rage, the fury, the wish for the worst possible fate to stomp on the Acid Hunters and turn them into the smudge on the ground. Revenge. That's the name of her hunger that you've just sated. The tension that was building up just before you fed her the information has now vanished.
Good. They deserve it. I hope it was painful.
She relaxes after a moment, then continues.
You haven't heard all of it. I'll continue. We noticed a couple of times. In Core City. They must have followed us to rob us.
She pauses again.
They threatened us with those chemical weapons. They didn't even give us a chance to do anything. One of them hit Terry in the face and knocked him to the floor. I got a kick in the stomach. No air in my lungs. I was struggling when one of them dragged me by the hair until I managed to get on my feet. It all happened within a second.
I cooked them from the inside out. I believe one of them I cooked. The other two got blown up by my cryokinetic orb when it shredded their fucking organs. But you know, potato. They're dead.
They forced us into a cave where they had a camp. Took our things, took the package, opened the package,
and found the cube.
I know nearly everything, but let me complete the picture with a few more details. It was an object none of us had ever seen, fascinating and frightening at the same time. This remarkable thing stole our attention. The strange shape, the markings. It was otherworldly. When he closed the metal box, his face is clear to me, but I don't want to describe it, nor what happens next. The only thing you should know is that I woke up as they were dragging me away from Terry and into their machine. And I woke up here. They left him because he was dead. They had no use for him. And me, they hadn't found me by accident. They wanted this cube, and I was the one who had it. Maybe the earthquake was their deed too. I don't know. I could never speak to them. They just took care of me.
She points to the machines next to her. There are numerous pipes and tubes that go into her arms and abdomen, and indeed it appears that what she's telling you is true.
I would be dead without this.
I'll get you out of here, I promise. Do you know why Tanner lied to you about the contents of the package?
I don't know why he lied. If I knew, I wouldn't have been here. There was always a sense of mystique about him. But he was far from being the only one who made you wonder if he was really the person he says he is. I can't speak anymore. I'm tired. I'm so tired.
I have to leave now, but we'll find a way to get you out of this, I promise.
I just want to go home.
You will. Just be patient. Oh, he even has a plague doctor mask. You see the faceless doctor before he sees you, since he appears to be focused on a strange device attached to his wrist. It contains 3 large injectors facing the arm's direction, each of which have a separate tube going up the arm, and into a differently colored vial attached to his armband. The other arm has no such device, but instead you notice small cylinders protruding from his pale blue-veined skin. As you look up to observe the tubes, which seem to connect to his beak-like mask to the tank on his back. The faceless notices you and speaks after activating his voice. I was notified you would come. If you are here to speak with the woman, know that she is awake, but weak. Can you tell me about her condition? Severe. She is stable, but the damage done to body was extensive. Highly corrosive substance used against her, liquefying large patches of skin on face and upper body. Substance was also able to burn into abdominal cavity, partially dissolving intestines and spleen while causing significant damage to internal organs. Respiratory system suffered some degree of damage due to some of the substances entering oral cavity. Through the larynx and bronchial tubes, she is unable to speak without the aid of a communicator, as her vocal folds have been completely destroyed. She has been blinded in one eye. We are able to maintain vital functions, but if we were to disconnect her from her life support, she would shortly die. Do you plan on playing Age of Decadence someday? Yes, Lennon! That is another game that I got recommendations from watching Warlocracy's content, and I am very interested in that because I did not watch any of the story part, but I got the gist of the setting, which is basically a sci-fi setting that has been blasted into a fantasy post-apocalypse, which sounds fucking cool. Also, one of the main factions is basically a bunch of Roman LARPers, which is just too good. Will she be able to recover? Yes, the process will take time, but it is possible, though some non-vital functions are irreparable. I have that game in my library. Endless Legends. Yes, I didn't mean right away, Tenwin. I am still doing Endless Legend. I'm saying it's on the list. The list. Wah, behold the list that we will never finish. Are you going to turn her into one of yours with all the augmentations? No, we do not do that. Once the woman is able to maintain vitality without artificial aid, she will be released. Thank you. There was more, though. What are you going to do with her? Okay, it's the same answer. I'd like to ask you some questions. I may only speak to you about patient and exchanging supplies. That is all we may discuss. Thank you. Well, his bedside manner could use a little work, but they seem to be competent at least. The first reaction you get from this 4-legged faceless is a blank, expressionless stare, seemingly more metal than flesh. All visible skin on the cybernetic creature is either tubes or wires connecting it to a mechanical part, especially around the abdomen, appearing as though his intestines have spilled out to connect with the massive quadrupedal base. Strange cylinders protrude from the pale skin of the right arm, while a heavy chain gun is attached to the other mechanical one. The faceless activates his synthesized voice and speaks to you. He reaches underneath his mask. What do you require? Has New Vegas happened at some point on stream? If it isn't, is it ever going to happen? If I do New Vegas, then I want to do Fallout 1 and 2 first, because we do have people who have never seen much of Fallout 1 and 2, and I feel like that helps set the tone better. Also, I have never actually finished either of those games. I've played most of them, but never actually finished. Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 are not on the table. Fallout 4 is essentially endless, and Fallout 3, maybe Fallout 3. The problem I have with Fallout 4, Tenwin, is that as a single-player gameplay loop, it's great. As a, I want to showcase this world and its story, it's not. It's really not. Legion run no balls. That is still the plan, Lord Brown Bear. That is still the plan. It would be Legion run, hardcore Caesar Legion loyalist, self-found. No buying or selling of like high-end equipment. It has to be keep what you kill kind of rules. We can only use something if we take it from somebody who we destroyed. Ave. Yes. Now we will be sensible about it as well. No mustache twirling dipshittery. Thank you very much. We are trying to build a new world from the ashes of the old. Not just be a bunch of LARPing morons looking at you, Fallout Season 2 Amazon show. Shut the fuck up. Didn't mention either of them because they don't sound like something Sov usually enjoys. I do enjoy, here's the thing, Sanity. I do like Fallout 4. As far as a gameplay loop goes, as far as like a presentation goes, Fallout 4 is great. Bethesda hit the ball right out of the park there. As an RPG, fucking Fallout Tactics is more of an RPG than Fallout 4 is, and Fallout Tactics is a literal, here is your mission, go into this place and kill everything. No eating people? I didn't say that, Lord Brown Bear. Cannibalism is perfectly acceptable in the Legion. Just remember, you don't just shoot a random civilian to eat their flesh. You shoot the random raider and then cook him over the fire. Fallout 4 is a fun game, but the writer should be a diagnosed lobotomies. Pretty much, if we do Fallout 4, it will not be Fallout 4 vanilla. It will either be focused on sim settlements, which actually has a proper story attached to it, or it would be Fallout London, which I've heard good things about. Fallout 4 and Fallout 2 are my faves. Fallout 2 is just kind of everybody's favorite. Fallout 2 is just kind of flat. Correct. You're being generous with it, Tenwin, but I'll give you it. I'll give you it. May I ask you some questions? You may not. Okay. I don't need ammo, but I appreciate your guys' offer. I'm just gonna look around for a bit. What is that? Sidle to the other side. Okay, that's happening. Oh, hello. Nope, not talking to you, assholes. Augmented rat hounds. So they just... Yeah. Yep, 410 health on those bastards. Good lord. Alright, so... What's that? Wall. Severely damaged. Making a hole big enough to crawl through. Well, I don't need to do that because I'm on good relations with these guys. Silently watches you the whole time. Lake mushroom, mine shroom. Doesn't look like there's anything else here. Fallout 4 asked because I've spent the last several months turning New Vegas into Tarkov. I would need to do some mods. I wouldn't want to do too many mods because New Vegas can get awfully finicky the more mods you add to it. Fallout 4 main quest is low skill writing but serviceable. It'd be better if it didn't pretend not to be shallow. The DLC writing is downright god awful. Not sure I agree with that at all, Lord Brown Bear. Automation is a fairly simple story, but I don't think it was writing badly. And in fact, having the wannabe Mechanist be the main villain is actually kind of hilarious. Especially if you go into the Mechanist lair wearing the Silver Shroud armor, because then you get a whole bunch of really cool dialogue interactions between them while you're LARPing as the Silver Shroud. Nuka World, hit or miss. It's about the same as Fallout 4, in my opinion. They could have done so much more with a Raider faction that they just didn't. And Point Lookout is actually solid. Like, Point Lookout's actually good. Even most of the side quests in Point Lookout are good. Sim Settlements 2 is the best Fallout 4 mod. It's so fucking good. Yes, a total agreement on that. You're supposed to care about finding your son, but the game does kind of a half-assed attempt at it. It does. Spend that extra time as you start to try and establish why you should care for your son, but enough it ends up wasting your time at the end with doing nothing. We'll say time. Yeah, either should the time be with your son in some fashion, last way longer, or not be a plot point to start with. Yep. 370 and counting, by the way. Good luck with your game staying stable. I predict I will see the mod pack somewhere around the 500s. Oh god. I mean, if you properly build it, you can mitigate a lot of those issues, but I don't have the patience for that. Talos Outpost is what they're called, but there's nothing else here, so let's actually head back out into the warehouses and start looking for this old man they mentioned who was a bit crazy. Wow, Psy-Hypos, health. Oh my god! Jesus! So, how the fuck did Biocore lose? Jesus Christ! Jeebus! Oh my lord! What the fuck? Holy mother of God. Are you seeing this? 26? The fuck? You can tell this place hasn't been looted because holy shit. Alright, well, I guess let's just clear this area out for right now. Holy crap. Oh, lock picking of 40. Okay, game. Very funny. The issue with mod packs, this mod requires this other mod that hasn't been updated since the last patch. Now it doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's partially Bethesda's fault for continuously releasing mod-breaking updates a decade after the game is out. Twist at the end ruins the automation DLC. The mechanist straight up not noticing the antisocial tendencies of the robo-brains not correlating people save with fatalities is an anticlimax. Personally, I found it darkly humorous, but I can understand. Nuka World, I just hated the setup, making you the leader within 10 minutes of the game. Oh, okay, yes, that part is horribly written. The rest isn't as bad. A naive engineer art really heard idealized instructions were too easy to intentionally misread. As a consumer, I'm noticing I have a tendency to fixate on story points. Grab Place Everywhere mod along with SS2, and in case you didn't know, you can farm animal meat via the Superstructures add-on. Cool. Not like a mod pack these days is pretty easy with the advent of Yes, Wabbajack. The last time I played, like, Skyrim, Wabbajack is just so fucking perfect. They make everything so much easier. Most popular one at the moment is Nuclear Sunset. That sits around 60. Yeah, but again, those mod packs have been specially curated to ensure that everything works properly. Why would I want access to one barrel and one box back there? Electronic lock. No power. Hacking of 75. Pop it open. Agreed. I was just somewhat curious about a place completely taken over by bandits in the air. Went out of me the instant I became bandit leader. Sure, I could just kill them all, but that makes the DLC pointless. It makes me miss content. Yeah. Yeah. That's the one we wandered into. Oh, hi. Oh, you must be the... Oh, yeah, so these guys are just hanging out around here, and if you're hostile with the Faceless, they probably just beat the shit out of you. There's some Psy-Hypos, but I don't like that. Crafting materials. Pop that open. Just don't like it from a storytelling perspective. It makes it unsatisfying to both kill or talk down the Mechanist. See, I did go the talk down route, and I didn't feel like it was a problem. But again, different strokes, different folks. Crafting materials, more crafting materials, more crafting materials. Okay, I'm glad that the game... I feel like the entire game was preparing me for this moment of, you will not be able to loot everything. Stop trying. Because, oh my god. Jesus Christ, there's so much shit down here. Okay, there's nothing else here. We've got a passageway that way. We've got a passageway that way. I'm assuming... Yes, that's the way we came. All right, let's head north. Thought she was low-key cute. She was! They purposely made her, like, geek girl kind of style. So I'm not surprised. Ooh. This looks like an old estate. Like, look, turrets on the walls and everything. This looks like a gated community. The Arc Power Station. It still seems to be working in some capacity. Ooh, this is big. This is big. Oh, burrowers. Oh, fuck. There is not a world in this entire galaxy that these things are not annoying as shit. Bonk, bonk. Well, hello, Mr. Burrowers. Can I interest you in dying horribly, please? I would really appreciate it if you did. Did you just miss that I was over here, buddy? Because you seem like you missed. Oh, there's a lot of you. Well, at least it's not all regular burrowers, so they're not constantly laying eggs. Much as I would love to share my stuff with the world, I'll admit that I would rather another person download nuclear substance than try my bullshit. I did the bare minimum organization. Yeah, no, because there are some people who straight up have like Patreons to do mod packs for Wabbajack. Like they get paid to keep those mod lists organized, updated, and properly functioning. So when it comes to using talk no jutsu against a boss, it should feel impactful. With the mechanist, it just sort of feels like asking her to double check a list she read already. Again, you do get a better version if you go the LARP as the Silver Shroud route, which I have seen. It is pretty fucking fun. Making robots was some of the most fun I had in Fallout 4. That was awesome. Oh, absolutely. And it made like supply lines and like maintaining your settlement so much easier. So much easier. All right. Well, can I? Oh, I can't do that unless they're there. All right, let's fall back slightly and let's just focus on zapping these guys. Go. Yes, yes, lay more eggs, be pieces of shit. Would it kill you guys to stand near one another? Can I? Hold on. If I stand right about there. Nice! Oh, that was cool. Plasma beam is so fun. Kill that egg. I said, kill that thing. Thank you. Plasma beam is so fun if you can line it up right. God, I can only imagine. If you have access to that relatively early, using that in areas where the enemy has to come at you through a door is probably hilarious. If I ever get to replay Fallout 4, I will get the mod that links all the benches. My God, transporting mass between settlements was such a pain in the ass. I mean, that's why you're supposed to set up supply lines, Tenwin. That's the whole point. All right, you're down, you're down. That's a giant chasm. Do these guys even... No, their quality is still garbage for their... Oh, I cracked that open. Need to turn Fallout 4 to Tarkov as well. Oh, that's a lot of medical supplies. Sure. Just take what we can get. Can never have too many medical supplies. No, no, no. Check that, check that. What the fuck? Universal Mechanics Tool Set. This toolbox contains all standard mechanic tools one might need in a Biocore-produced mechanics. You can see a very strange tool inside, but the icosahedrodecahedronal wrench has to take the prize for being the strangest. That's strange. Is that... No, no, that's considered a quest item. Interesting. I wonder what we need that for. Ah, another warrior. Get out of here. Who's in the room? Skeleton with some ammo. 5mm pistol. Since Settlements 2, you don't need local leader perk to make supply lines because eventually you get access to caravan. Yes. Another good reason to build robots, because there is nothing cooler than the Minutemen going from, we've got a handful of caravans moving through the wastelands, and by the end of the game it's, yeah, no, this caravan's guarded by a pair of sentry bots, and if anybody fucks with our supplies, they get ventilated. Oh, spawn. Please tell me he's alone and I've already killed everything else. Thank you. Okay, so... Oh, really? Fucking ankle biter. Ammo. What the? Shotgun barrel. Oh. And nothing else. Really? There's a bunch of you in there? And they're gonna lay more eggs. They're gonna lay more eggs. Oh, I was kind of hoping you dipshits would just line up, but this one... How did that not kill you? There we go. Ow, for the love of... There we go. Desk clear, shelves clear. So there's an entryway into whatever this facility is over here, but again, I'm looking for the old man because they have mentioned him too many times for him not to be important. That said, it doesn't look like there's any way to get to him from this side, so we'll fall back for now. Where's my sign handlers? We got plenty of those. Honestly, I shouldn't share my mod pack with anyone, but people that have been informed and know exactly what they're in for purely because of one single mod for DC side that completely axes the entire main quest of Fallout 3. Strangely enough, quite a few people like the story of Fallout 3. I mean, the story for Fallout 3 is largely fine up until they try to do the bullshit, you need to sacrifice yourself. No, you can't send any of your companions who are straight up immune to radiation in there instead. And if you do, we're gonna shame you for it in the ending slide. Like, the fuck? But, like, the overall story is not bad. The world as a whole is more interesting, but it's not bad. Health drops, antidotes. It's almost adorable. It's officially announced that EA are now officially privately owned, being bought by the Saudi Arabia. Yeah, that happened months ago, like a year ago at this point. Now people are in Twitter comments saying, yes, now they can drop the woke shit, make Battlefront 3, blah, blah, blah. Saudi Arabia investors want one thing, that's to pump out EA support teams or ramp up the NTXT gotcha elements. But yeah, it's not good for anybody. Yeah, no. Anyone actually celebrating that is a dipshit. But at the same time, if you're more like me and you just want to see EA go down in flames, I don't care. I don't care whether the people throwing the gasoline on the fire are American or Saudi Arabian. EA deserves to burn. Bye-bye. Fallout 3 is the only Fallout I don't like. Oh, that's a shame. That's what got me into it, because I was a bit too young to get into Fallout 1 and 2. Toxic storage key card. Okay, there's some anti-bio gear in here, which has me a little concerned. The shaming is just left over from convincing Lions to do it, since they wrote in mutants doing it after. Yeah. It's still not, I still don't like it. Okay, so okay, so whatever that power generator is, we're gonna have to restore it before. In my book, Fallout 3's main quest sucks for the same reason. Oh, the problems with Fallout 3's main quest are indeed the same problems in Fallout 4. They're just not quite as on the nose, in my opinion. I'm gonna very much preface that if you want to make the argument that it's just as bad, I'm willing to hear you out. I'm just saying I don't find it as egregious. Store power to open. At least that's what I'm assuming that place is gonna need. All right, let's keep moving back. Bethesda's writing team got lazier. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. All right, now what else was in here? Because this was where we found the robot, or was that the other place? Oh my god. Yeah, no, the game has to break you of your crafting and looting addiction, because if it doesn't, you'll get to this point in the game and you will lose your fucking mind. Fallout 3 supposedly got more RPG elements. It has a skill system. It somewhat is better. Again, it's still not the best. It's just better. It's just not great. There's so much shit down here. Even if I tried to consolidate it all into one area, it would take forever. Kinda has a lot of the same elements as New Vegas, just doesn't use them as well. That's also a good truth. New Vegas, the problem is, Tenwin, is that Fallout 3 kind of has the same problem Fallout 4 does, just not as noticeable. But Fallout New Vegas makes use of those systems so much better that Fallout 3 looks far worse by comparison. Oh, what? That's another one of those. I'm assuming we don't need another one. Crafting materials. Oh, wait, what? Drive shaft to a specific type of axial piston pump. Okay. Sup, guys? Don't mind me. Just exploring. Oh, fucking batteries out. To be fair, and I say this as an Obsidian fan that doesn't say much RPGs does RPG elements better than Bethesda does. Yes, I mean, well, modern Bethesda. Modern Bethesda. If you want proper Bethesda RPG, you've pretty much got to go back to Morrowind or earlier. Like, there's a reason Morrowind is still kind of held up as, like, the gold standard for, like, modern computer RPG. Okay, so there's nothing in here at all, from what I can see. I believe both of these areas... Okay, we're gonna go this way, because again, Todd Howard needs to go back to... Where did he... What did he do again? I don't know. Okay, well, we're suffering from that shit now. Let's keep moving then. What's this? Oh, Earth. Let's go north. Oh, this looks ominous. What is this? The Tithonus Lab. Something very wrong seems to be going on in this lab. Oh god. I have to imagine the little notes on each of the map tiles is our character making those comments. I have to imagine that. Something is going very wrong. 90% of the time you can pass any dialogue skill check. The NPC droid can be summed up as, damn, you're good at insert skill or special. Yeah. Take the desaturated psionics. No reason not to take those. Medical locker, super health hypo. Bandages, and I'm gonna end up maxing out my weight just from fucking medical supplies, aren't I? Okay, let's... Yeah, no. The game is desperately trying to break me of my looting addiction, and it is only partially succeeding. Power box? Okay. So all that's broken. Oh! Suspension cell. What? Oh, holographic figurine. It only barely works. The image distorts and disappears regularly. Could be the batteries. There's no visible battery slot. Okay. Unless it's speech. Yeah, of course. And of course, unlike with New Vegas, which at least tries to use charisma on occasion as its own stat, you can get by just maxing the speech skill and dropping your charisma to 0. Or 1, really. Like, you don't need it. Warning, Tithonus Lab is running on auxiliary power. Estimate power remaining 246 years? On auxiliary power. Suspension cell status. Ramir Al-Malik, unavailable. Bagomir Radik, unavailable. Harold Zimmer, unavailable. Sandy Kester, unavailable. Hans Jung, unavailable. Wilson, Oldershaw, Tobias Stiger, Eldith Gervais. Switch off light support of all suspensions. Holy shit. Okay, what is this Project EOS? Connection to central database failed. Personnel list. Paco Na, Marlik, Higgs, Moreland, Dragic, Johnson, Sue, Steiger, Slaughter. Okay, so I have no idea what this project even is. Let's not randomly turn off somebody's cryo cells or whatever and cause a fucking mass killing event. That sounds like a bad idea. New Vegas does it well. 1 charisma is the way. I mean, it is nice because it makes character creation a lot easier when you have that many extra points. So I'm assuming I have no way in until I restore power. Okay. In vanilla, at least, I like using one of the toggles in Stewie Tweaks to make skills capped by the relevant special. So if you dump charisma, your speech can't go above 60. Interesting. Okay. 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 Keep moving. Keep moving. Creeping Dread is building as we speak. Oh, fuck. What is that? Looks like an old elevator. Hatch. Blocked. Shit. Keep moving. Keep moving. Where the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Cuddle snail. I'm sorry, what the fuck are you? Well, whatever you are, you're dead. Rice, pulled pork, beans, corn, sliced tomatoes, and sour cream. Ooh, that does sound good. Okay. Okay, there's some form of insect, but this shit is still building. We need to get the fuck out of here. Hollow Earth. Is it still building? It's still building. Fuck, get inside. It seems like it doesn't activate. Nope, nope, it's still activating in here. Fuck. Run, 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 run. Are we good? Eye of Chort? What the fuck? Why is there... Hi! Chortling Devourer. Okay, how much health do you have? 500? Okay, that's not good. That's not good. We're just gonna pull back a little bit more. And then we're gonna drop you right there. There we go. Okay, run. We need to find something to hide in. Is it still building? Yeah, it's still building. Fuck it. These things are gonna keep spawning, aren't they? Yeah, these things are gonna keep spawning, aren't they? It's amazing to me how did it only get hit once? You son of a bitch, how did you only get hit once? What is your fucking... Wow, you are resistant as fuck. Ow. There we go. Okay, keep moving. Get the fuck out of here. We need some place that gives us some cover. Nope, still builds up here. Don't, oh my god. I'm taking massive losses to my skills because of this. Where the fuck can I hide? Oh, come on. Yeah, 40%. My psionic skills are dropped by 40 fucking percent. There we go. All right, keep moving, keep moving. There's gotta be somewhere I can hide, right? Nope, not in, none of the buildings work. What the fuck? Oh, what the shit? Oh, acid, that's not good. All right, well, you have way lower health at least, thank God. Can I find somewhere to rest? Nope, that's the lock. Oh no, oh no. They have fucking psionics with thought control. Oh, fuck that. Luckily, you're weak as shit. Keep moving, keep moving. The hell is that thing? Mutated human, I would imagine? The Devourers seem to be like some kind of beast. The Spitters also, but those things look like some kind of mutated human. One of the... Oh, I read that. Price, before torturing the routes. Make me feel the same toggle. Ignore tag skills and use another mod to bring back the mechanic. Earlier Fallouts where your tag skills advancing at a double rate. That's decent? Unfortunately, like... For New Vegas, I could see that because they cut down on the level, but in Fallout 3, that's just broken because you're... I have done a high int build in Fallout 3. You can max out every single skill in the game with some right planning. It isn't even that hard. There we go. He's down. Fucking A. Where can I hide? I don't play those two separate. Oh, you do the whole Tale of Two Wastelands thing? Can I hide in a building? No? God, where the fuck? They said the old man was near their base, and I haven't found a single hide nor hair of this fucker the entire time. Pop a healing item. We're gonna need it. Oh, more fucking acid. Okay, that's the lock, but where the fuck? There has to be someplace we can hide from this shit. Somewhere. Oh, what? And what the fuck? Okay, so they just fire off and then they die? That's a lot of bio damage, too. Fuck me. Move, 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 move. There's gotta be safe spots around here somewhere. It's still going up! Okay, okay, hold on, hold on. So slow the game down, slow the game down. We're gonna use one of the TNT charges, because I did see one of the shelves back by the Faceless Outpost had like 10 TNT charges on there, so I'm just gonna... that, and then pop a healing item, and pop a set. Alright, keep moving, keep moving. Another one! The area effect also makes it so that these critters spawn in greater numbers as it's at. Yeah, because it's literally Chort. Yeah, the eye of Chort is upon you. Like, it knows I'm here. It knows that I'm going to be a problem. What? Why would they be automatically hostile? That doesn't make any sense. Why are they automatically hostile? Okay, hold on. But if they're around here, we can go... hopefully we can go talk to them. If I can find a way to their base, which I apparently can't. Where the fuck? This place is getting confusing, and I don't like it. Oh, wow. I actually beat that guy's initiative. Keep moving. Okay, the cuddle. Son of a... Oh, no. Please stop. Holy fuck, Yeah, that was 230 electrical damage, followed up by, like, 300 more. Where'd he go? What? Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Let's heal. Get it up. Go. Where the fuck is, like, the progress for this area? Good lord. There has... okay, dead Chortus. This is probably going to lead to their base. I'm hoping they're willing to talk with me, since we didn't do anything to obviously... yeah, there we go. So they only... uh-oh. One of the Rastafors lifts his weapon at the very sight of your indistinguishable contour, shouting to the rest of the guards, "The Faceless! They're attacking again! Cole! Fire!" Before he gets the chance to unleash a hail of bullets that he seems so keen on unleashing, one of the other significantly taller Rastafor guards stop him. "Hold, brother. Could be one of ours. You there, identify yourself." "Yeah, I'm a tortoise. I just came from the Institute." "Come closer, but do so slowly." Approach the barricade. "That's good enough." As you come to a full stop, all eyes fall on you in an act of great scrutiny. "Where is your robe, brother?" "Only an idiot would wear a Chortus robe in a faceless-infested cave. I don't want to get culled on sight. Besides, their attack on the Institute was sudden. I didn't have time to grab my robe." "Makes sense. Chort is evolution, brother." Evolution is Chort. That should be the right one. "Now, if you can..." "I'm not convinced. The inbreds already know our greeting, brother. Ask him something that only a Chortus would know." The taller Rastafor ponders for a moment before asking you a question. "What was the last name of the Biocore Armed Forces captain who escorted Ideen through the deep caves in their expedition?" Only those who have read the original report could know the answer. "Sagan. That is correct. You may enter Cytosine Outpost, brother." Fine. "Brother, I suggest you go and speak with His Excellency, Harmos Stavros. Go straight and then left to get to his office. I'm sure you want to know what's going on over at the Institute. Chort guide you, brother. Chort guide you. I'm going to have to kill you guys later, but for right now, I would rather not get hit." Is it still going off in here? Of course it is, because they don't care. Ugh. Rastafor Prevlik. I'm assuming speak to His Excellency. Okay, so he's over here then. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Oh, you get a unique sprite. Hot damn. A man wearing an intricately decorated preservation uniform stands behind the large desk. Immediately, your eyes are drawn to the symbol on his robe, and all familiar eyes surrounded by equidistant tentacles. 4 in his instance. A hulking guard in the room stands still in silence which consumes the room as His Excellency patiently waits your salutation. Ahem, Chort is evolution, Your Excellency. Armos Stavros answers in a confident, booming voice of a middle-aged man. Evolution is Chort. I'm Armos Stavros. Welcome to Cytosine Outpost. Pleased to meet you. Now, Savan, would you please tell me what in Chort's magnificence is happening at the Institute building? Faceless attack. The Institute was devastating. They launched a full-scale attack. Battle was still raging during my time of descent. I'm unsure of its outcome. Sadly, their attack here was devastating in comparison. What you see here is almost everything left of our active preservation forces here in the deep caves. I presume Ideen is safe. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and lie. Of course, Ideen is alive and well. Our forces were already evacuating him at the time during the battle. That is excellent news. The situation was looking very grim up to this point, but now things have changed. Thank you for this excellent news. I'll be sure to inform our RASA force of this. It will help the weak morale. When can we expect reinforcements? Perfectly aware the elevator was badly damaged by the Faceless and that it's out of action, but I expect you were sent here with information, at least. As you said, the elevator is badly damaged, and as far as I know, the fighting is still continuing. I wouldn't expect reinforcements anytime soon. I understand. We're in no position to repair the elevator from here. It all depends on what mechanics can accomplish up there before we get our hopes up. Nonetheless, your arrival at least came with the illumination regarding the situation. One more question. Before we were finished, how did you manage to get down here, and are you alone? The elevator's failed mid-descent as well as its subsequent death of others left me as the only survivor. Yes, let's go with that. I see. The Faceless must have disabled the elevator in order to cut us off. Still, why didn't Ideen himself come to the nucleus? According to my knowledge, that was the emergency plan. I really don't know. I suppose the plan has changed, but I've already told you what I know. Right. Apologies. You've earned yourself some rest. Should you need supplies, speak to Rasifor Prevlik in the armory. Word of caution, though. He's been injured during the battle with the Devolved and is still clearly traumatized. He is very unstable. Do not speak to him about current events, so do not upset him. Am I clear? Keep the talk minimal and watch what you say. And also remember, the official word is that Ideen is alive and well, and the situation at the Institute of Chort is stable. That is clear. You are free to leave unless you have any further questions. I don't feel like taking quests from this guy. It feels like I think we're good. What can you tell me about the Faceless invasion? We haven't had contact with the inbreds for decades, so hearing about their invasion of Core City lifted several eyebrows in preservation. When I discussed the matter with Ideen, we came to a decision that it's best if I just enter the deep caverns with, initially, several more Rasifor combat units in order to make sure the Cytosine outpost and nucleus will be defended. Try to find a shack with junkyard-style walls, that's where the dude you want to find is. I know, I'm looking for him, I still can't find him! How did they manage to overwhelm you? Sadly, it seems we greatly underestimated their forces. Decades ago, Faceless were as far from being a match for us as history showed. Now they outnumber us not only in armed personnel, but in mechanization. Their tunneling machines allow mobility and support that we are unable to match. Their tactics are, I'm not glad to admit this, proven extremely effective. Simultaneous flanking attacks made sure the outside perimeter was quickly breached. Their initial push might even have allowed them to reach Cytosine Outpost itself, but our minefields were enough to slow them down, allowing our forces to regroup and form another line of defense, which proved effective for a time. No matter how many inbreds we culled, their troops simply received more. A combination of excellent maneuvering and overwhelming numbers meant that eventually they were going to breach our defensive lines. And so they did. They made it to our final defensive position, as you can see by their corpses just beyond the walls. How'd you manage to drive them off? Chort's minions were one of the reasons we're still alive, as their numbers, if nothing else, matched that of the Faceless. What secured victory was the fact that the Faceless ultimately couldn't withstand the magnificence of Chort's mind. I saw the effects myself. Some of them began to drop their weapons, falling to the ground, shaking and rolling until finally coming to eternal rest. Soon after these incidents began to occur and naturally reduced their combat effectiveness, they were forced to retreat. They haven't made any advances since then. Why do you think the Faceless invaded enough of Underrail? One might argue that they have finally grown strong enough to do so, but there's one little detail which explains it, and I've been aware of it earlier, things would have turned out differently. What is it? It is some sort of strange artifact that was brought down to the deep caves recently. Really? What can you tell me about it? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's a strange polyhedron with even stranger markings. One of the investigators only showed it to me, but I know little of its use. Regardless, I believe this object is the reason for everything that has happened, starting with Core City invasion up until now. I made that connection earlier. We might have been more prepared to deal with the Faceless. How so? I wasn't aware where the artifact came from. I was only told by the investigators that Ideen ordered it sent to the nucleus. One single bit of information was necessary for me to realize an object that technological advance existing in Core City at the same time of the invasion was far from a coincidence as it could be possible. I do wonder why I didn't make the same connection. What happened, happened. But you know it came from Core City. You just said it. I realized that far too late. I'd spoken to one of the surviving investigators, Magnificent Short. Had I only paid more attention, we wouldn't have moved everyone to the deep caverns. Preservation forces as a single whole could have repelled the faces, but instead we were split. Why was the artifact brought to Chort? That you need to ask Ideen. I know nothing other than it is something exceptional. I can only assume that it's something worthy of Chort's attention. How many subjects have found their way to the nucleus, and it will... how many subjects have found their way to the nucleus, and if we preserve it, many more will. Chort guide you, Your Excellency. Alright, we're gonna have to come back and deal with you later, I think. Glances at you in silence. Locked. So yeah, this... I'm assuming, yeah, this must be where the elevator was designed to come down. Okay. Hello. What is in here? That's a power box. Lock picking. This wall could be broken, but obviously what I need right now. We know that's blocked off. I'm assuming this is a barracks. Yes. Ah, surprisingly comfy, looks of it. They really got lucky considering how few of them there are left here. Hornet, 9mm ammo. Some medical supplies, some crafting materials. Is there something over here? No. Get it. Okay. Alright, let's go talk to their armory specialist, see if he has anything. Rassifor Prevlik slowly lifts his right arm and places it on his chest to greet you, while his left arm remains lifelessly at his side. His face may be invisible, but you sense that there's a certain aura of bleakness surrounding him, expressed by his motions and speech, and accentuated by his pendulous arm. You're certain it would be deeply reflected in his eyes were they not hidden by the mask. Short is evolution. Rassifor Prevlik. What can I help you with, brother? And there's our ad. I'm gonna go refill my water, and I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. Gamer subs acquired. Ah, yeah, it's good. First of all, let's just take a look at what you have. Bunch of ammo, bunch of repair kits, bunch of batteries, the usual. A blast suit. Damage taken from explosives reduced by 85%, but massively decreases everything. Unfortunate. Where did you go to help you think on your build? I'm gonna try and make a character. So the problem is, Lord Brown Bear, is that shortly after we started this, the main character builder, because there was a website that had a character builder, it had all the feat options and everything, you could adjust things to plan out your build, it went completely down. The domain expired, and whoever owns it has not re-upped it. It's gone. There's a backup that you can still kind of find. I don't remember exactly where I found it. I just remember looking through the Underrail Reddit for it, that you can still use. Because the problem is now is because that primary one is gone, pretty much all the build guides ever written for this game link to that old website, which means none of them work now. Not a single one of them. Your best bet is to either head to the Underrail Reddit, the Underrail Steam forum page, or the actual Underrail forums. I found one that seems to be working just now. Oh, good. Then that means they're finally advertising it as the replacement. Sad trombone sound. Yeah, nobody knows what happened to the guy who was running it, and it just disappeared. What is wrong with your arm? He gives a quick look, hesitating to answer, and a couple moments later he replies, this? A round went through the inner part of my shoulder during the attack. It went through the brachial plexus. Those are the nerves supplying the arm. Since then I've been having issues. His voice trembles. I mean difficulties. I can't feel this useless bestial thing, let alone move it. Look at it. It's pathetic. I'll never get to use it again. I don't even know if we do survive the onslaught, then they'll... He begins to hyperventilate. They'll come back, brother. They'll come back and they'll kill us all and they'll finish the job and we're all going to die. Calm, brother. Everything's going to be all right. Short needs you to think straight and perform your duty. Get a hold of yourself. You're a Rassifor. He takes a single deep breath, which seems to calm him. You are right. You are right. It is not over yet. My brothers and sisters, some of them are in even worse condition. Persevere, and so must I. His voice changes, though you cannot see him under the mask. You're sure there's a smile. Yes, we have to be strong. Thank you, brother. Your words mean a lot to me. I need to ask you some questions about Cytosine Outpost, though. I'm afraid I'd rather not speak of the recent events. I'm sorry. I'm sure someone else can answer for you. All right, short guide you, brother. God, it's gonna make me feel a little bit bad when I kill all these guys. So what have they got? He had a guard in here, him, the armory dude. We've got 3 men on the front lines with 3 plasma turrets in support. A sniper in the rear. What is that? One dude on patrol? Just one? Yeah, one dude who's patrolling over here and one dude watching the side entrance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. They have literally less than a squad left. Holy fuck. Like, yeah, the way they described it was that the old man should be somewhere over here, but I can't find a path that leads in that direction anywhere around here. Dead shortest. Oh, fuck. More fucking scanners. Oh, god damn it. They're definitely, like, yeah, they're spawning in and they're gonna find me if I'm not careful. CanBean29 made a new build planner. I believe that's the one that I did end up finding, but I didn't keep track of it as much, is the problem. No, that's all cut off. That's all cut off. There is a connection to the north, but I already know that that's not where I need to go. There's a lot of walls around here, but if I break any of them with my jackhammer, oh, maybe I can get away with that. Hold on. It's, where is it? There it is. side. Shelves, wall. Does this... Yeah, this is all a building over here. At least, I was assuming that having this effect meant that any enemy in the area would just start tracking you down, but that at least that appears not to be the case, which is nice. Lock picking. Fine. Open it up. But yes, I would highly recommend the build guy. I would highly recommend the builder. I would highly recommend looking up stuff on the official Underrail forums. And lastly, just go to the wiki, because some things... Stig has done a pretty good job of making most of this stuff pretty intuitive, as far as, like, you get... I was wrong. They did come to find me. Son of a bitch. Okay. Back up. Back up. Back up again. No. 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 Right there. There we go. Okay, they hit me pretty hard. Hold on. Oh, god damn it. You piece of shit. Go away. Not that. Pop a psionic and hit. Okay, they're all just gonna keep coming, aren't they? Run. Okay, I am being surrounded. Okay. These guys are... No, they're acid damage, not bio. Fuck. Where are they coming from? Oh. Thank God, at least we resisted it. Get fucked. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage here. They just keep coming. My fucking shit hasn't even come off cooldown yet. Pop that. Pop this. And get the jackhammer. Put this. There we go. Here. We're gonna go south again. Yes, I don't know where else we could go. Yeah. In general, Lord Brownbear, the main thing you're gonna want to know with it is your character should be specialized. So in general, you're going to want to pick one combat stat, and that is always going to get maxed out no matter what. No matter what. Okay, so this area is safe. No eye of short. I'm gonna make a note of the areas where I don't have to deal with this shit. I'm assuming this links back to that cave where we met Rom. Nope. It's its own area. What's this? Rusty key. Dead body in the passage of the 4 residential buildings. You have no idea what this key unlocks. Oh. I was really expecting it to say that there was no power. Okay. Ah, so this does lead to the cave. It does. Okay. But now we wouldn't have been able to access it from this side because the only way to open it was over here. Yeah, nothing here. There doesn't appear to be any way... Oh, no, wait. For some reason, I thought that door was not... Yeah, no power. That's what I thought. A belt and shell casings. Kabaj has a pretty good guide on YouTube to know the fundamentals. Yeah, yeah. You also kind of really need to decide, are you going to go heavy on crafting or not? Because if you want to go decently heavy on crafting, like I did, you need a decently high intelligence score. Because all of the crafting abilities scale off of intelligence. These doors won't open. These doors won't open. Well, fuck you. I'm gonna break the wall down then. Ooh, okay. More of that. I'll take those. Nothing on the skeleton. Aw, does that mean I can't get into the other side? These doors won't open. Did I fucking ask? I believe that... Well, no, what's the other one? Did I fucking stutter? Go ahead and pop one of the light healing items. Don't need to be using our heavy stuff when we can avoid it. Okay, are we... Okay, so this area appears to be clear. No eye here either. No eye. Yeah, hold on. No reason to have the full message, just no eye. That means no short vision down here. We're safe from that shit. Oh, there's definitely... There, yeah, Azuridae. Son of a... Ow! Oh, great. There's like 5 of you. If I line this up right... Oh, I can't see them from there. Fuck. Okay, premeditation, Sonic Mania. Are you shitting me? Right there. Perfect! Oh, beautiful. Get fucked. Get absolutely shit on. That was beautiful. 4 for 4. Get fucked. Yeah, no, you're not a threat. One of you is not a threat. That is... No. I'm a... Yeah! I fucking... God damn it. And I... Oh, wow. I beat your initiative. Color me shocked. You want to come over here? Nope. Fucking cryokinesis is a sniping weapon. I'm assuming that there is a way to do like a sniping build with cryokinesis. You'd have to max out the damage for it as much as possible, but it would be kind of hilarious. No, I've already fought greater siphoners. You guys are not a problem. Yes, at least 5, especially after the changes made in the anniversary update. Yes, that's why a lot of the build guides were very inaccurate in regards to here's what you need to get the maximum amount of, like, the best armor in the game only requires a mechanics of like 187. It's like, no, that is wrong now. That is wrong. The suit that I'm wearing required like 256. The best logic that I've kind of seen, Lord Brownbear, is that either you want to go real heavy on intelligence so that you can get really good crafting items, or you have to look up where certain unique items are, because unique items are the only things that are going to come close to the effectiveness of custom-built equipment. Nice try, Mr. Siphoner, but I've killed a lot of you folks. Oh, okay. I mean, I can work with this. Zappity zap. God, Plasma Beam is so satisfying. After so long of the game where it can feel sometimes like your psionic abilities are good but not amazing, this is like a repeat of when I first got Cryokinetic Orb and everything just started dying. Okay. Rat Hound Lair. Surprised rat... With the siphoners and the short creatures and the faceless... Well, I guess I was about to say how these things survive down here, but maybe the faceless keep them around on purpose so that they can convert more of them into whatever the fuck they're using as. All right, so no eye in this zone either. Good. I'm assuming... the rat hounds down here will be the fairly large one. Yeah, ancient rat hounds. That's what I should have assumed. So they will not run from fire. Good to know. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, thanks, game. Thanks for fucking not giving me a crit on 55% chance. Thanks. That's real nice of you. Yep, rat hound, rat hound, rat hound. All right, give me a fireball right there. There we go. And hit you. Oh, wow, there's more of you. There's a lot of you. There's a lot of you. Oh, you're running. I'm gonna move here, and then I think this will hit all of them. Nice. Ooh, okay. That's unfortunate. Ooh, okay. Double ancient rat hounds, premeditation, sonic mania. Drop it right there. Good hit. And then zap him. Is he just resistant to cold? And well, like, resistant to cold crits. No, there we go, finally. Yeah, I know you can't hurt me. There we go. No, I was just getting unlucky. Yeah, you can't hurt me, dude. All right, psionic inhaler. Yo. All right, so that's one area taken care of. It doesn't look like there's actually anything down here. But yeah, if you do want a beginner-friendly build from everything I've read, Lord Brown Bear, the best choice is a tack vest, armor, with assault rifle build, because apparently assault rifle is like the most newbie-friendly weapon in the game. You just get the assault rifle, and then you stack all the feats that add stuff to your burst damage, and then you proceed to just pop motherfuckers with multiple rounds of rifle-grade ammunition. Even better, if you get the heavy-duty DLC, you also get access to grenade launchers. Grenade launchers are counted as a regular gun rather than a heavy gun, because heavy gun is LMGs and explosives. Need advice, how do you deal with groups of burrowers in the early game? You've got to find yourself a shield. Either find yourself a shield or find yourself a decent set of metal armor that has a high enough damage threshold to just negate their attack. That was what I did. To be fair, Dilayer, I'm playing a heavy armor build, so that was kind of my go-to, regardless. So if you're trying to do more of a stealth build, I'm not exactly sure what you'd try to go for. Rocket launchers are also heavy weapons. Well, yeah, but Lennon, what I mean is rocket launchers are counted under heavy weapons. Grenade launchers, though, are counted under guns. I learned this. So where's the skill? Because you have both guns and heavy guns. And guns will actually also count grenade launchers. If you have an assault rifle and a grenade launcher, you're pretty much set as far as damage goes. You have both your precision instrument and your AoE instrument, and you're good to go. Okay, I don't think there's anything else here. Everything here appears to be explored. So all we need to do is go this way. Speed up the game. And you know what? Just go ahead and pop one of these to get us topped off. I know what you mean. I was just adding some extra knowledge. No. I get you. Yep, still more deep caverns. No sign of what is down here. Elevator controls. Oh, burrowers. Oh, well, no, I'm not even gonna play this game. Yep, burrower warrior. Another burrower warrior. All right, let's try to kill you. Son of a... Fine. Back up. I do think I got the regular burrowers because I'm not hearing any of the stupid scratching, fucking laying eggs bullshit. Oh, damn, there's a lot of you. You son of a bitch. All right, can we plasma beam you? That was not enough to damage you. That's kind of annoying. Jackass. Oh my god, and now he's laying eggs. Can we... No, not quite close enough. Fuck. All right. Oh, right. I forgot I had the ethereal torch. All right, back up. And then drop that right there. Kaboom! Wow, they have a surprising amount of energy resistance. I would not have guessed that. No, it's a... Wait. Why is my ethereal torch dealing so much less damage? What the fuck? It's dealing like half the damage that it was up on the surface. What the hell? That's weird. That's excessively weird. Fuck it. I'm done with it. Alright. Oh, of course, when it spawns 5. We done now? Thank you. Hydraulic fluid canister. Item acquired. Why? It's filled with BIM0-6Z0, or MO-G60. A mineral oil-based hydraulic fluid produced by Biocore Hydraulics North. Okay. Yeah, AR tank is basically the most brain-dead build in the game. Assault rifle, go burr. There is something to be said about it, though, that in a world where it's like psionics and stealth experts with their poison crossbows and all the other crazy shit, it's like, what's the most truly effective build? Dude with proper gun discipline and knowing how to use an assault rifle. Nothing here that I really want. That shell, that thing's breakable. Hey, an old diploma. Though now faded and torn, is probably once hung proudly in a technocrat's office. And we are almost to max. Oh no, wait, no, right, I forgot. I forgot you have to fill up the EXP bar twice now. We're about halfway to the next level. Interesting. I'll go ahead and take you. Honestly, we've been finding so many of these psionic inhalers, I may as well just keep using them at every opportunity to keep you topped off. Repair kit. Pearl. Elevator. What is that? Only inside? I can't actually. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no power. I should have realized. Regardless, no eye here either. Unrelated news. I downloaded Heavy Duty. I bought a Kirsch standee. Ooh, oh, did you get the glowing one that I think Uwu Market had or whatever? Because I've got that one. It's quite nice. What the heck is a Kirsch? Kirscha as one of the. It's another VTuber. It's another VTuber. Both me and Lord Brown Bear watch her. Yeah. Okay, so there's no exit here. There's no exit here. So this is a dead end. This is a dead end. Was this the elevator we were supposed to come down, or was it in the Cytosine outpost? Oh, they have. Oh, okay. You can see this little box here. Basically looks like an elevator. Okay. I got the swimsuit one off of Waifu Warhead. Ah, okay. I didn't even know that one was there. Also, I can't help but notice all these plasma turrets, a lot of them have been destroyed. What destroyed them? Because it doesn't look like the Faceless bothered with most of this place if they could avoid it. God damn it. All right, back up. And then right there. There we go. Problem solved. I wasn't even aware she had another standee. I assumed that, I think the only one that I got was the one that with the little base that lights up. Climb up to the second floor. I guess all the doors down here got destroyed, so there is no way up. If I did do VTubing, I'd use an Aeon as my avatar. Aeon? Are we talking Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Aeon? Are we talking Aeon from Final Fantasy Aeon? You're gonna have to narrow it down. Aeon is a little bit of a broad category from my knowledge set. And there's coil spiders in here. That's why we brought the Tesla armor. Ooh, and it glows. Fancy. All right, F5. Just take all that. I'm not gonna say no to that. Can't help but notice we're not finding anything in here. No. Strange. Go full abstract other dimensional being, Riftboard ES2 style, Pathfinder. Okay, okay. You could probably find somebody to make something like that. There's a lot of artists in the VTuber space, and hell, there's even people working on getting like basic AI avatars working. Master keycard for the residential block. One keycard to rule them all. Okay, okay, Stig, calm down. Okay, if it's the master keycard, I better be able to open every door I want. You piece of shit. Oh no, wait, what? There's rat hounds in here. There's rat hounds in here. Of course I'm gonna. All right, who else is here? Who else is here? Oh, hi. Ah, you're gonna be annoying, all right. There we go. There we go. Cash register? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that there isn't anything in there. And... oh, those are the stalls of a bathroom. They were joking about rat hounds being everywhere. Yeah, yep. Every door from now on is broken and the key cards won't work. That is exactly what I'm expecting to happen. You say that as a joke, but that is exactly what I'm expecting to happen. Okay, so this was a cafeteria of some kind, a shopping area. Like, we know people lived here. This isn't, like, this was a Biocore city, essentially. Oh, hey, entertainment leaflet. Appears to be a promotional leaflet for various recreational and entertainment activities. It is mostly illegible. That's all done in here. Oh, wait, the refrigerators. Canned food, and empty. I should probably be eating the mine shrooms before we get into big fights. Yep, no power. Okay, so... what is this place, though? Okay. Head up the stairs. Pray there's no coil spiders. There's coil spiders. There's no way there's... Wham. No power. Okay. Trap detected. Okay, can't get around that. Just move slowly. No power. You'd think I'd be able to break these down. You'd think I'd be able to break these down. Phantom Ducky, welcome. Hope you're having a good week, man. Thank God it's Friday. Are all of these doors going to be... there we go. Okay. Close the door behind me. We already know that the... extract humor, that doesn't matter. No power. God damn it. Okay, so we're gonna have to come back here and, like, reopen some things. Like, we're gonna have to... whatever that arc power station is, we're gonna have to get it fully redone and then open up all this place. Crossbow, bolts, and more bolts. I think this is a residential area for the most part, because it seems like these are apartments. No power. Why did they make all of their doors powered? Of course. Well, we're about to find out if anything heard that. I'm doing good. What are we playing? We are playing Underrail. We're actually in the endgame zone right now. From the looks of it, it's going to be quite a long endgame zone, which is, I'm more than happy for. Yeah, no power, no power. Why are all the doors powered? Just break them down. I have TNT, for God's sakes. Okay, I've set off like 2 of these things, and no coil spiders have appeared. At the same time, this does resist enough damage that I basically don't have to worry about the stun effect. I do appreciate that he made it, like, if an effect can stun you, or if it can poison you, it has to actually deal damage. It can't just be, oh, it hit you, it automatically happens even though you took no damage. It has to actually deal damage in order for it to affect you. Yeah, more of that. Check the filing cabinets. Nothing. Okay, so... hold on. There's nothing else here. That's where we came up. So there is no... there is an elevator. Okay, so we're just gonna say... apartment, building, requires... now, who cares about the spelling? Requires power. They want it to be harder for people to complain more? Pretty much. No, we have run it... Stig, the game developer, has made a few moments like that. There's a couple puzzles in the DLC that seem to be purposely made to just infuriate the player. On purpose. That's a climb down. We can't really do that. I am convinced that they're... you cannot... you have given me like a dozen areas in this game, Stig, where there are fucking coil spiders wherever their webs are. And now you're showing me an area that is filled with webbing and no coil spiders. I call fucking bullshit. Okay, so that one actually dealt just enough damage to cause me problems. Also, the durability on this suit is so low. Holy shit. Yep, no power, no power. No power. No power. Oh. Personal laptop. Welcome, Abdul. Access INM. Warning, INM is currently offline. Please check your connection to the INHE network and restart your client. If the problem persists, connect to network administrator. Number of contacts 92. Contacts online 0. Archive from Dyson. Wasi, you there? Okay, that's it. Manu. Wasi, I'm in my room with Dyson. We knocked on your door, but you didn't respond. Manu, are you there? It's been half an hour. We're calling someone to open the door. If they come here, they'll separate us, Wasi. I can't take this anymore. I'm tired, and I can barely see you, and you're hurting me. They will hurt you more. I just want this to end. Peel the skin from your chest now. There is nothing left on your back. I can't. You have to. You are not you anymore. Don't you remember? Your body is a prison made of flesh. Get rid of it. I can't. You must. I can't do it. Why can't I kill myself? I can't take it anymore. Twitch, I'm reading dialogue. I'm not actually advocating for sewer slide. All right? I feel like I have to clarify that because Twitch is fucking crazy. Don't cry. Pain is but a small price of your new existence, your freedom. I'm tired. I haven't slept. You will never sleep again. You don't need to. You're getting rid of it. Why can't I? Whatever. We don't want that. We don't want your existence to end. We need to remove your flesh slowly. Peel it off the outer layers. What is left is you in your purest form. I can't. It's too late. Just set yourself free. Okay, that was creepy as fuck. Abdul's keycard. Dr. Wasi Abdul. Clearance level 7, Typhonus Lab. Okay, so if we can restore that, we can get that back up and running. Oh. Is this revealing that coil spiders are mutated humans? Because that's a little disturbing, I'm not gonna lie. Who cares about the spelling? Fun fact, your old English teacher is watching the stream and they're very disappointed in you. I would find that very unlikely. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing else here. We can't use the elevator. Okay, so that's all clear. How much you want to bet when we turn the power back on? That's when the coil spiders show up. Wouldn't surprise me. All right. Regardless, let's get out of here. That is like tier 3 of the 10 scale of disturbing. Mutated spiders is baseline. Yeah, just imagine that he's literally mutating. Like, not really mutating, like the inside of him is mutating while the outside isn't. So the mutant spider on the inside is trying to tear its way out. Can't get in there. This is all blocked off. Can't get in there. This is all blocked off. Doesn't look like there's any way to get past that. Okay. Let's double back this way again. Let's stick near the faceless territory because they seem to have cleared it out pretty well. Put my armor back on. Okay. We know this place is mostly clear. Medical locker. Bandages. Never bad. Empty. Empty. Lockpick 90 and empty. Come on. And nothing. We're also going to have to deal with Tanner when we get back to the SGS. Because apparently he was responsible for all this shit. Oh, great. More rat hounds. All right. Premeditation, Psionic Mania. Give me Cryogenic Orb. Good hit. Oh, there's more of you. Bonka, bonka, bonka. Can I hit you? Like right there. No, right. Why do I have to move? Right. I wanted to try and hit him and him and him, but I seemingly can't. That's a shame. Fuck it. You're gonna take a whole turn to get to me, so. And then I'm just gonna back up. Oh, there's more of them coming from this side. I just saw that. Bonka, bonka. All right, aim for the ancient rat hound. Down he goes. Really? How many of you fuckers are there? All right. I can hit you, so if we back up. Perfect. Oh, God damn it. There we go. Pop the Psionic Inhalant. And you know what? Just pop one of my backups for good measure. Trouble. Hey! Fossilized egg. Unborn life made stone eons ago. Hauntingly beautiful. Cool. Spirit mushrooms. Don't think I can do anything with those. Skeleton. Nothing on them. Lake mushrooms. Mine stool. Or mine stool. Mine shroom. Gremlin stool. Mine shroom. Okay, that's what I got wrong. So there's nothing. Oh, wait. Wait. I see you. I see you. Hold on. Break those down. Fireplace. And a box. Okay, batteries, fragmentation, nothing. Fire is burnt out. If I can find some coal, seems weird that this would just be back here and there's nothing. Fireplace? Question mark? Oh, also, hold on. Let me add this. No eye. No, that's clear. No eye. Clear. I want to put that on the top. Okay. And then fireplace. There we go. Mind stool, quite the smelly thought. Yeah. Okay, and this was warehouse block 2. Right. We did actually look around this place, I'm pretty sure. I think it's blocking the door from the... Yeah, probably all the rubble. Did we actually look through all of it? I think we did. Yes, I think we did actually look through this because we came back. Yeah, because this was where I realized that my looting addiction cannot function in this area. No. All right. There's no other connection to that side. We know that leads back into the Hollow Earth area. We got that guy's key card, but we can't access anything else in Tithonus Labs until we turn the power back on. Still moving. Still moving. Ah. That one is also locked, so... no eye. And additional door needs out. I gotta say, most underrated feature in this whole game has just been the ability to put notes on every single map tile. Just so fucking good. I have not been this way. Hold on. Okay, no eye here either. Good. What am I looking for? Caviers, spirit shrooms, caviers, gremlin stool. Oh, fucking course. It's fine. So Thermagora. Just, yeah. You son of a bitch. Yeah, get out of the, you fucker. What? Did he just, you piece of shit. Fuck did he go? I hate these things. Who was it that said they didn't find a single crawler down here? Who was it? Who was it? Come that way. Son of a fuck. Plasma flare, fire up that direction. There. Nope, not. There we go. Yep, more burrowers. More burrowers. Is that gonna kill you? Yes. Good. And fire another plasma blast behind me, because I've got a feeling that thing will come back this way. To be fair, I didn't beat DC, because new character syndrome. Ah! Okay, fair enough. Oh, fuck all of you. Just die. Yes, please stand. Stand there, please. Perfect. There's gonna be a lot of you, aren't there? Will that kill you? Yes. Good. Fall back. And switch back to this. Still don't know where that crawler is. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Luckily, they don't have a ranged attack. It's quite nice. All right. And let's go ahead and pop one of you and pop one of you. Literally one crawler. This whole fucking area. Rubble. Oh, another egg. I kind of want to find him and kill him, though. Not gonna lie. Come on. Wait a second. I suppose I could just do that. Aha! Get fucked, idiot. Oh, that does count as me initiating combat, so I did lose 25 there, but that's fine. You know what? Premeditation. And hit it again. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. You piece of shit. Remains. Rubble empty. Remains. Okay, so we're good here. And no eye in this zone. Still on the lookout. Oh, I see a shack door. I see it. Didn't even do any damage. That's the funny part. It didn't even do any damage. Just takes me 15 seconds to clear it out. He's not gonna freak out if I come in through the back of his shack, is he? Hello? Is anybody home? Looks like he's trying to excavate more tunnel. Hello? Draw a fluid canister, fireplace, there's coal ready to be burned. Hello? I assumed he would be here, but apparently not? Loot the locker? Huh? Oh, what the fuck? A terrified man leaps out of the locker, his former sanctuary, and pushes you aside. Despite his age, his movements are swift and agile. Yet, as it usually comes with old age, this fear-driven overexertion is likely to pain him once he comes to a rest. He raises his crossbow, takes shaky aim at your face, and words come out of his mouth as quickly as he did from the locker, as they're carried by a quivering, chalky voice. What you doing here, intruder? Huh? Huh? Move one finger and I'll launch a bolt through your hollow skull. Damn it, man, you scared me more than I scared you. Put that thing down and we can talk. Not so fast, intruder, not so fast. He squeezes the crossbow. First, I wanted you to tell me who you are, and what in the echoing words of reason are you doing in my damn house? I'm Savan, I'm lost in the deep caverns, and I'm trying to find my way out, but I found your shack. It's not a shack, oh, forget about it. You're not one of those devils, the Chortis, by any chance. No, not one of those freaks, never. You know, valid question. Yeah, no. His tense stare lasts for a few more silent moments before slowly losing intensity. Lowers his weapon as well, but does maintain his alertness. I am Leo. I am Leo. I am Leo. I'd say nice to meet you, but I don't know if I'd be honest about it. No. Look, I'm not here to do any harm, old man. In fact, you could give me some help, that'd be great. Why would I want to help someone who broke into my house? Because you're a good man and your knowledge of the area is extensive? I hope. All right, listen. Need something from me, you ought to give something in return. And I already have a thing in mind. Intruder. Should see that coming. I lost something very important to me. Very dear, very valuable. 6 days ago, I believe it was, or maybe 7. I was scavenging around the complex for supplies when I ran into those Chortists. Yeah, I had to run for my life. Devils. Ran from them, and when I got here, I dropped my knife somewhere along the way. Lost it! Oh, it's so pretty, and it has a handle made from bone. Bone, yes, beauty. I need it back. So if you can find it, I'll be grateful. I can help you. I know stuff. Only if you help me. Gotta be careful. There's a lot of fighting between the Chortists and the masked ones, so watch out. Did I forget something? Oh yeah, the place where I ran into the patrol was west of Storage. That was it, west. All right, piece of cake. See you soon, Leo. Okay. 6 set, kaboom. Yes, that is exactly what it should be. Said to the west of Storage. So somewhere in, I'm guessing, these 4 blocks here. Great. Where'd you say you lost it again? At the entrance to the complex, west of the Storage. You had to walk past those to get here, you know? Remember? Go get my knife. Okay. We'll go work on that. Now we know how to get to it. Now we know how to get to it. Oh. Alright. Back out this way. Let's go fight, see if we can find that guy's knife. Assuming. Strange organic mass, find a way to remove it. Find a way to open the large metal gate. Destroy Chort. Leo wants you to find his knife. About 6 to 7 days ago, oh, that's why you made the reference. I didn't even catch that. The whole event happened west of the warehouse block, right at the entrance to the big city. Yes, so over here, I'm assuming. So... Oh, hello, Mr. Gaunt. I'm still on your guys' side, don't worry. It's gonna be back out this way. Yeah, creeping dread. Fuck. Alright, we need to try and find a way. It's gotta be on or in something around here, right? Lockpicking. Get that. No, no. Get it open. Please, before something comes to check on us. Okay. No, the desk, nothing. Locker, nothing. Okay. I see a wall. I see crumbling oozes. I see more walls. There's a computer. Alright, I deserve that. Computer rack. Computer rack. Computer rack. Computer rack. Can we get around the EMP mine? Thank you. Dead shortest. It's not gonna help me. Another dead shortest. Another dead shortest. And they found me. Yep, there he is. No! Why did you... There we go. Fuck. Okay, combat over. Anything else over here? No. We need to move. We need to move. These things have found us. Over here. That's just a wall. Nothing. Security camera, electric lock. Can I get into that building? It doesn't look like it. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, slow the game down. Slow the game down. Because any hesitation on my part just leads to longer... Son of a fucking acid! There we go. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Oh, come on! Son of a bitch. There we go. Alright. Get my med supplies out. Heal. Okay, fuck it. Where's my TNT? Oh my god, it takes so long to arm! Go, go, go. Back around here. Let's go ahead and pop another healing item. Or not. Fine. This. I'll close that open. If there's anything in this area, they're gonna come and investigate because it's gonna be so goddamn loud. Oh, thank God I got it off. Thank God. Okay, they're dead. There is locked, so it can't be in that. Okay, so it's not. It doesn't appear to be in this zone. Fuck. All right, keep moving. Oh, fuck. Traps. I'm assuming it's on a body or in a dumpster or something. Oh, fuck you. Okay, fuck. All right, you only have 150 health, so this should do more than enough damage. That... I hit the wrong button. Well, he still exploded. Good to know. Acid blob trap, dead faceless. Nope. Fuck! Remains skeleton, maybe? Nothing. Nothing. Damn it! Nope. Ammo. Nope. Son of a bitch. Where did he drop this damn thing? Nope. 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 Fuck. Alright, premeditation. Fuck. There we go. He's down. Nope. Task, shortly devours corpse. Do these things have anything on them? No. That wall can be broken down. Get inside this building. I'm really hoping those things can't open doors. I have no idea if they can or not, though. Whoa. Mutagen reagent Ovid 2. Mutagen reagent Solus 2. Did want to grab some coal for that fireplace. I'm convinced there's something down there. Mutagen reagent Io 2. What are these things? Pendulums. 2 points of experience. And mutagen reagent Helicon 3. Cabinet empty. Caltrops. And nothing. Lockpicking of 85. It does appear that they can't open doors, so at the very least I can use the buildings for temporary cover. Take all of those. Yeah, that's what I figured. You can't get to me though, so fuck you. There is nothing else in here. I did not mean to open that. Okay, fuck me. Premeditation, Psionic Mania, drop that right behind them. Good hit. Now target you. And we're good. Okay, we need to temporarily leave. We need to temporarily leave. This is too many enemies. This is too many enemies. We need to... No! Fuck. Too much shit is spawning in. We need to go. We need to fall back for right now. Okay, fall to the south. Fuck! Fucking acid. Oh my god. Oh my god. These things are all gonna spawn in. They do a lot of fucking damage. Holy shit. How many of them are there? Okay, pop a healing item. Pop a healing item. Pop a healing item. Go. Just book it. Run. It's the fucking exit out of this area. We need to at least reset this fucking thing. Oh, okay. Okay. Psionic Inhalant. That off. And then use the light one. Right at the entrance to the big city. Well, that's a lie. Unless he means over here, but this is south, not west. Maybe he means... If he's talking about the Chortus, he probably means here. Okay, so instead of trying to go this way, we're gonna go around the other side. We'll go through the little area here and come up from this side, and hopefully we'll be able to find it easier. He dropped it on the ground. You'd think I'd just be able to see it. I really hope this is worth it. I'm hoping he has some good information for us. Wait, this was where we were. This was where we were. Oh, nothing. Footlocker. God damn it. Come on. God, this thing adds up so fast. Nothing. Nothing. Whoa. I have no idea what that is or what it's used for. Nothing. Hatch? Oh, okay. Desk. Where the fuck? A wheel. Tires burnt. Or the whatever. Dead shortest. Nothing. Footlocker. Nothing. Other footlocker. Try to get it open. Nothing. God damn. Where did he fucking drop this thing? No. Okay, nope, nope. Fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back. To the south. There's only so many places he could have hit it, or could have dropped it, right? Okay, debuff is off. Let's move. Back in, let's go. All right, we already know it's not there. We already know it's not there. We already know it's not there. That leads to the north, but I still don't know if there's something else over here. Nope. 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 Okay, whatever it is, it's not here. So. Come on, where did he drop this shit? Lockpick, god damn it. Barrel, hatch, gremlin stool, box, 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 barrel, 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 barrels. Maybe the skeleton? Nope. And I don't know. I still don't know what you do, and I don't want to know. You'd think it would be either on the ground or on one of the bodies that is scattered about the area. Can I go down here? Oh my god, this gives me a safe zone. Okay, okay. My present. Hatch is safe. Good. Nothing I need from that. And a hacking 130. This better actually be something decent in here. Recharge. Speaking of which, probably should recharge my pistol too. Oh, break that open, please. And, okay, plasma cells, which are too much energy. I don't have anything that needs 200. And a cloaking device, which, yeah, I guess if you were a stealth build, that would help, but I'm not. Where did this fucker drop his knife? Lockpicking 130. Nothing. Nothing. Box empty, barrel empty, empty. What is... That's an elevator, but it's powered off. There was nothing over here. There was nothing on any of the dead faceless. There was nothing on any of them. This is a sledgehammer. Why is it just sitting out here? There's no reason. It just fucking doesn't matter. So can I get into this building? No. All right, go back into the hatch. Go back in the hatch. At least it falls off fairly. Yeah, like you don't have to wait for each stack to expire. It just falls off. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom while the ad's playing, and we're hanging out in this flooded basement. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Where is the dagger? Oh, where is the dagger? Is it right outside of the fucking shortest compound? Is that where they fucking left it? Or is that where he left it? No, that's a steel dagger. I highly doubt that's his. It would. I can't imagine that it would just be some random dagger. It would have to say, right? Okay, so it's not this. Where else could it be? The only place I can think of is these two. Right. Hide in the hatch real fast to reset the cooldown. Or to reset the debuff. There we go. All right, this way. Go, 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 go. Fuck it. If it's a bio, go ahead and throw these boots on, please. There we go. Propane tank, barrel, hatch. Okay, maybe the hatch can be... Oh! Oh, thank God. Okay, so yes. I... Hatch safe in upper right corner. Present. And then this one was hatch safe in north center. Remind myself where all this is. I don't suppose this power can be turned on. Oh, hot damn. Damn, get a bed down here, it'd be practically comfy. Okay. Spirit mushrooms. Dread, gremlin stool. Doesn't look like there's anything else over here. Digital timer. Hack. It can't be in anything that's locked. There's no way. There's no way it's in anything that's locked. Vaporize. Thank you. Oh, hey. Ethereal worm. You can see its organs. Ugh. Right. And that's nothing. Okay. I think that's everything then in here. Like, I don't think it could be here. We've checked everything. Barrel. Shelves. Nothing. Wait. What was on there? No. Wait. What's that? Drive shaft. No idea what that is, but it looks like a quest item. All right. Get back to the hatch before this fucking thing maxes out. Dear God. Okay. It's fallen off. Still no sign of this fucking thing. So, it's not here. Not that I can see. Hacking 135? No, nothing. Keep moving. It looks like each of these areas has a hatch that we can use, so hopefully we can find... I'm assuming I can also go into that building. Maybe. Locker, barrel, empty. Did shortest, computer rack. I'm pretty sure we checked all those. No, is there a hatch? Is there a hatch? I'm not seeing a hatch, but I can... Then where the fuck is this knife? I've gone through all 4 areas that are in this zone, and I don't know where the fuck he would have... Hold on. All right, Leo. Where is it? The knife is on one of the shortest corpses near the area described in the quest objective, directly north of the residential block. So this one. Okay. Since I now had to wiki check because the game has decided to make my life a living pain in the butt. Put my proper boots on. We'll go around and approach it from the south. I swear I checked all the bodies down there. Oh, also, I wanted to try... What was that? Oh, it's one of the faceless patrols. I need to find a lighter if I'm gonna try that and see if it does anything. I don't think there was a lighter around here. Oh well. We'll try that. We'll try that fireplace later. It's like, why would you have a fireplace behind a set of rocks like that unless there's something to it? All right. Okay. Shortest. It's on a shortest corpse. Not on that one. Not on that one. Not on the faceless. I thought I checked all these. Bingo! Bone-handled knife. Made from bone and covered with a layer of epoxy, which still seems in near pristine condition. Unlike the blade scratched from use in numerous sharpies, it feels a bit heavier than the other knives you've held. There we go. Okay. Okay. We'll go back around. Heavier than a normal knife. I mean, from what it said, it's made of bone, so... Yeah, bone-handled knife. So it's the knife itself is metal, but the handle is bone, which, given that most knives have either... Well, I was about to say most knives have a wooden or plastic handle, but then I realized wood doesn't exist in the Underrail, so it would have to be plastic or metal. So if you mainly use smaller knives that have plastic handles, yeah, it would be heavier, wouldn't it? Yeah, chance to get critically hit by weapon and armed attacks reduced by 2%. I have to imagine that there's at least a few builds out there that, especially on the higher difficulties, make full use of having that on them in order to make it even harder for the enemy to crit them. All right, here you go, Leo. Is this the one you were looking for? His lips stretch into a smile as soon as you show him the knife. His eyes filled with tears of joy. Aha! That's the one! That's the one! I haven't forgotten how it looks. Oh, it's so pretty. Thank you, thank you. What did you say your name was? Savan. Savan. I am Leo. I am Leo. Nice to meet you, Savan. I remember you. I will. By the white rat's hair, I will. Now to keep my end of the bargain. Ask me anything you wish to know. Do you have anything to trade? Okay, he's got a lot of salvage. I'll take the lighter. That's actually what I was looking for. Oh, he does not want money. He only wants supplies. Okay. I've got plenty of these. What if I give you, like, one of these? There we go. Thank you. Why are you here, Leo, and for how long? The question is answered by a confused stare. A spoken reply follows. You're asking me questions I can't answer. Why not? Can't remember those things. I forgot them. I sometimes even have trouble remembering my own name. Leo. How the hell could you forget your own name? It's the pressure. The pressure in my head that makes me forget things. Every time I go near the complex, the pressure makes the edges of my mind fuzzy, and then it shrinks, and I feel something inside get lost. The devils, the Chortis, they live there with their demons and are resistant to it, I think, but I forgot. I know what you mean. I felt the strange sensation in my head, but it gets better as soon as I leave the area. Yes, the pressure lessens once you leave. There's always something missing from your mind. I remember other things, recent things, and other things that I can focus hard on. Those I remember, but the past, it evaporated. Poof. Evaporated? Evaporated! Poof! Some things I know, but I can't remember. I know, but I can't remember. The knife. I know it's important, but I can't remember why. It's a deep feeling. Somebody gave it to me. I think, maybe I made it myself. I don't remember, but I feel as if it's a part of me. And if I can't keep my memories, then I can keep things that were a part of it. Yes, it's the only option I have left. Maybe my mind will become clear one day. Those items will help me remember. Yes. Why did you go back to the complex if the pressure makes you lose your memory? Oh, I rarely go there. Pressure, devils, demons, not a good place to be, no. But the diggers, they emerged from there, so I had to. The diggers? Diggers, critters you must have seen out front. They crawled out of the ground when the big snake opened it up. Big shake. They came out, ugly little things they are. I set the traps for them, but they got brains in them. Not a single trap set off. I think I remember now. Saw them a long time before, maybe. Not in such numbers, no. It's far away from my home, but this is too many. You were going to tell me why the diggers made you go back to the complex. Yes! I needed to find something. Anything to keep away from my home. Complex is rich with things. I know it is, but I can't remember exactly what. I found things in the past. They're useful things. Had to take the risk. Had to try. Diggers closing in. Storage is nothing of use to use against him. He looks around him, his eyes scanning every corner of the room. It appears I haven't. No, I'm sure I haven't. I found nothing there. Even though I went prepared, I found nothing. I've been training, you see, to stop the pressure from making me forget. It helps. To a degree. Savan. I'd be glad to clear the burrowers from you. Diggers! Don't confuse me! You could try to slay them, but they'll just come back.
from the ground. They always do. I know. No, I need something to keep them away. Permanent. That's why I went to the complex. Yes, yes. I lost my knife in the complex while running from the chorches. Chorches! But then you brought it back. Yes, that's what happens.
How far back do you even remember at all?
I know I've been here a long time. Don't remember how I came here, but I know I came from some other place. There are clues all around me. I had some items with me. The bone knife, things and pictures of people. I feel something when I look at those things. Yes, yes. I know those people, but I don't remember them. Haven't seen those people in a long time. No, one was here. Yes, one was with me. Yes, yes, he was. There was another man here with me. There was another man here with me. I don't remember what happened to him.
Do you miss him?
I do. I do. I don't remember why, but I do. I miss him. He was my best friend. We were together until he...
Until he what?
Until he... No. He was not my friend. He was my... Bruh. No. I can't remember. Fuzzy.
Did he come here with you, perhaps?
Train.
Came together by train. I haven't seen a railroad anywhere.
I don't remember. I don't know. It hurts. Fuzzy.
Why did you come here, Leo?
Leo.
That's your name.
I am Leo. I am Leo. Leo. Nice to meet you. Savan. I'll remember you, I will.
Okay. Does underrail mean anything to you? Core city, metro tunnels, trains, anything of the sort?
Huh? No, it means nothing. You sound like it should. You do. I don't remember anything like that. Is that where you're from? You think I'm from there?
His eyes roll back as he grabs his head and lets out a painful cry, dropping to his knees and begins weeping. Shit. Come on, stand up, man. You're stronger than that. You know it. He wipes the tears away from his cheeks and gets up.
Don't tell me about your world.
Why not?
It's only more things for me to forget.
Why don't you want to leave here?
I don't know. And I don't want to speak about it anymore.
I barely remember this guy. For some reason, he reminds me of the bum in Baldur's Gate 2 in the sewers underneath the copper coronet. Oh, yeah, the guy who leads you to the talking sword or whatever. I'm back, bitches. Welcome, Deathmole. Welcome. I'm trying to open the large gate in the complex past the tanks.
Huh? Large gate? What do you need me for?
There's a large slimy mass preventing you from covering it. Have you encountered anything on how to get rid of it?
I don't know. Wait. I remember. Machine in the complex. Near the exit to storage. It had organic. Something written on it. Slime is organic. Maybe something like that.
He rubs his temples. His teeth are clenched and eyes sporadically twitching during a short pause.
Can't do it. Gone. Find the machine. Start from there.
I also need mechanical parts to get the gate mechanism. You know where I could look for those?
Storage. Yes, storage. Good place. I know nothing about repairing any gate mechanisms. They can help. I remember, I think there were a few more similar gates in the complex. Maybe you could pull out replacement parts for a working machine mechanism. That would make sense.
I also need a key card. You know where I could find that?
4 buildings. Yes.
Tell me about the 4 buildings.
The masked ones are there now, but only outside. I've been inside. People lived inside. Maybe I did once. I don't remember. I don't know it either. I know only electric spiders live there, but they don't always come out. They feed on the power. When the lights are out, they retreat to their lairs. I called it.
Yep. Is there anything of interest in there?
The people who lived there connected to the complex. Some doors were locked, others weren't. I know I read through the people's personnel notes. I don't remember now. I can't bring it with me because their past is not mine. It would confuse me. I know it. But I found some card things, key cards that I used to open them. Doors in the complex. I'll give them to you. I don't remember where I put them. I don't know if I even have them here anymore. That's all I can remember. I know there's more. I'll think of it.
The guy with the crawler friend. He has a crawler friend? No, he doesn't. At least I haven't seen any. Tell me about the complex.
Complex is vast. Chortis live there with the demons, devils. I was there many times. No, I felt the pressure in my head. Makes me forget. Also wakes up the demons. They come out of their holes. The holes in the ground. Watch out for those. Not that I would recommend it. No.
What else can you tell me about it?
Complex was the place where people who lived in the 4 buildings were. Yes. There were scientists. Remember seeing their notes. They were doing experiments. Maybe they created the devils, the demons. Maybe the demons killed them. There are dismembered corpses all over the place. I remember seeing.
Oh, crawler friend in Baldur's Gate 2. You forget, Deathmole. There's a crawler enemy in Underrail. I was very confused there for a second. Disembodied corpses, tell me more.
Found useful things. Place of many secrets. I found them, but some of them. There's more. Like the shelters. There are shelters where the demons won't hurt you and the oppressor can't reach you. Bloody complex. Memories of the...
Tell me about the storage.
Place where there are useful things. Many useful things. I built my home close. There are weapons, materials, parts, ammo, 2 large storages that go inside the cave wall. One is open. It has dangerous gas inside and slimy slugs. The other is sealed. Never able to open it. But I saw in a crack in the wall it has more shelves. More useful things. More shelves. I remember seeing shelves. The storages were empty until the diggers showed up. Then the mask drove them off. I can go there. The mask won't hurt me. They won't hurt me.
What do you know about demon breeding grounds? Did you finish the DLC? Pretty much, yes. We do need to go back and deal with Magnar, the big old king of the Serpentborn, but we will be dealing with that after we finish the Deep Caves. Demons. It's there a long time ago. I was gonna, for some time, I was on a vacay. No problem, Deathmole. If you want to get caught up on the actual gameplay, you can always check out the VOD channel on YouTube. The link should be down below in the About section. Let me think. I think there were tanks. Large tanks. Green, yellow, liquid, green. Large tanks. Horrible things. No, I saw more. Something huge. Larger demon. Can't remember. Head feeling like it was gonna turn to mush. Hurts. Brain. Trying to remember. Quickly puts his palm on his temples and begins rubbing the area, clenching his eyes. Can't tell you more. Hurts. What do you know about the machine plant? Past storage. At intersection. Follow road straight. North. The diggers are there now. Yes, in the yard I saw them, remember. But inside, I've never been. No. But I saw lights turn on, machines come out. The plant makes them. Has to be. They clink, clank, clink, clank, clink, clank around it, protecting whatever's inside. Yes. Once attacked, got too close. It spoke to me. Then I destroyed it. Leo destroyed it. You mentioned something about resisting the pressure inside your head when you're near the complex. Can you tell me more about this? The Hole of Reason. The what now? It's in the back. Yes. When my mind is funny, I go to it. It helps. Clears up. Solidifies mind. Okay. Can I see this Hole of Reason? Follow me. I always brute force the boss. Leo leads you to a hole in the ground, and you peek into the void before glancing over to him. He's got a blissful grin on his face and is rubbing his shaking hands with enjoyment. Without a warning, his expression solidifies, and he quickly reaches to support his lower back. You hear one disturbingly loud crack, and then he speaks. Shouldn't have come out of the locker so fast. Oh, dang it. Are you okay? You need to sit down? Are you okay? You want to sit down? Leo points to the hole and nods a few times, his hand still supporting his back. There. You get the hang of it already. There. You're getting the hang of it already. It's an echo. Listen to for a moment. Leo proceeds with a whisper. Hole of Reason helps your mind. Talk to it and it answers. The trick is to talk about all the important stuff. Your past, knowledge what comes out of your hole will stick to your memory and slow down the pressure. It helps, I swear. Okay, let's give it a shot. Tell me what to do. Say anything. Start off conversation. Then you ought to let it flow. Remember, try to direct it towards things that are important, that you must hold on to. Got it? You spent about an hour conversing with your own echo, a long talk indeed, during which you and the Hole of Reason agreed on just about everything, making it effectively the most boring conversation you have ever had. Yet oddly, not the most useless one, it seems. You feel as if your reasoning is sharper, your memory more reliable, and you feel more focused and less likely to be distracted by outside interference. You feel a little strange, or maybe you're just losing your mind due to the fact that you spent an hour talking to a bottomless pit. Feeling good? Highly persuasive and persuaded. Never mind. I wanted to just keep talking. Alright, talked about that. What do you know about the Chortis? Devils! They roam the complex. Yes, saw them. Yes, that I'm sure. Remember, devils want to shoot me. Demons want to eat me. But they never came here. No, never. They guard something big. Lies inside the gate. I'm talking about Chort. Something big behind the gate. Don't remember. Demon breeding ground. Saw it once. You mentioned the mask. What do you know about them? I don't remember seeing them before. No. I know they weren't here before the big shake. Then they started to come. They have massive steel and mechanical parts, legs, bodies, arms, steel. They saw me, I think. I know they saw me, but they didn't hurt me. They just let me walk around the storage. Yes, they didn't hurt me. The masks were fighting the tortoise, devils. Attacked them from all sides, crushed them. Wanted to have killed them. Oh, but the pressure, it hurt them too, I think. They retreated. They're still there, holding almost every entrance of the complex. They didn't hurt me. They wouldn't hurt me. No. Legs, arms, bodies, claws, steel. Felt my mind swirling. They left me alone. Yeah, they left me alone. You know why they're still here. Don't remember. Chortis. Important for everyone. Everyone. Don't remember. What can you tell me about the surrounding area? As you agreed. Where do we start? Right, asked about that. We asked about that. What about the mask? East from home, past storage. Many masks there. Keep their digging machines, gun machines, machine rats, imprisoned devils. Oh yes, mind swirl. Remembering. Buildings surrounded by high walls. Been there before the mask came. Never been there before the mask came. Entered some of the buildings, saw the insides were in ruin, dead people all over the place. Giant white rats. There's nothing of that inside now. Mask cleaned up. What do you think of the mask? Good or bad? They're good. I know it. They wouldn't hurt me. Remember they killed people too. Don't know. Fuzzy. Alright, back to the surrounding areas. What do you know about this mushroom forest that got mentioned? That is south. Far south. Then west. Mushrooms tall. High. Danger below. Forest filled with numerous mushroom beasts.
One that is big. Never dare coming closer. Don't remember. Know that it is dangerous. Little maggots. Watch after them. Grow into mushroom beasts. Grow into mushroom beasts.
What do you mean they grow into mushroom beasts?
Exactly, exactly. They bore into mushrooms and grow. You need to go there. Watch out. Watch out for spores. You inhale them. They make your head spin and spin and spin, and you lose yourself. I know. I woke up once in a place I'd never seen before. Don't remember how I got out. It's dangerous. And in the mushroom forest, you ought to be more alert than the beasts that live there.
What do you remember about the place you woke up in?
Oh, tough one, tough one. I was breathing in spores for too long. I felt my head spin. All went dark. Thought I was dead. Ought to be, but then I felt myself again. Arms, legs, bowels, heart beating. Was now in a smaller cave, more like a bunch of tunnels. Full of beasts. Big one. Heart beat. That's how I got out. I don't remember. Don't remember.
And the 4 buildings.
Master there now.
Oh, right. You mentioned the spiders. Coil spiders. Electric spiders, don't confuse me. Yeah. We read about that. Okay. So that should be everything. All right. Feat gained. Echoing soliloquy. Slows down the rate at which the unspeakable things penetrate your mind. Perfect. Thank you, Leah. You have been most helpful. Okay. So, I think we go deal with the mushroom forest first, and then whatever is in the power station. That seems like a good call. Because at least for the sound of it, even the Chortlings and the Chortists don't go to the mushroom forest. So hopefully we won't have to deal with any of their bullshit. So yeah, Karis Residential, Deep Caverns, Hollow Earth, Warehouse Block 2, Talos Outpost, Arc Power Station. And more of the Hollow Earth, the mutagen tanks, more mutagen tanks. Okay. Fastest way would be here, then down, I think. Let's see how much of an improvement is this? Damn, okay, that is... Okay, yeah. That takes quite a bit longer for it to kick in. Oh, that's a fucking dead end. God damn it. Okay, so we can't go that way. Fuck. Yeah, that's not connected. Shit balls. Alright, alright. Let's just keep moving. Let's just keep moving. Yep, head south. Head south. There we go. Oh yeah, this is building up at such a lower rate. Such a lower rate. Alright. Let's go find out about this mushroom forest, I guess. Ugh. Latcher. Well, I'm just gonna kill you right out the gate. Not dealing with that bullshit. Okay, if there's an area that is just going to be covered in biological problems, it's definitely this. As much as I want having that on, this is the better choice in order to keep us safe. What does that get us to? 78% bioresistance with a 34 damage threshold. If I equip the boots too, we become straight up immune. Yeah, no, I'm not taking any chances. All enemies must die. Gremlin stool, spirit mushroom, spore sac, oozing shroom. What happens if I... Ready to take off at the slightest breeze if they have will of their own. 150 bio to use those. Damn. Not taking any chances. Freeze them to death. Oh! Ah, I called it. They use bio damage. Get fucked. I mean, he's a mushroom. Surely he's weak to fire, right? Okay, 228 damage. Not bad. There we go. Get fucked. And they have more of that on them. Okay, so we have a path to the west and a path to the south. No eye here either. Good. Apartment building requires power. Shortlings are all over this area. Let's go south. Inhale those fucking shrooms, college boy. Yeah, no, I don't trust... I don't trust the little ones. I just don't. Metaworm gizzard is a metaworm's primary digestive organ. It produces powerful enzymes that can be used for medical purposes. Okay. Now, I haven't even looked at these. What is a spirit? Tall, thin, intertwined white mushrooms supposedly inhabited by the spirits of the deep. Don't need that either. Inhale or inhale. Two different meanings. So these things are gonna surprise me, aren't they? Because they're just gonna pop up. Yeah! Chomper, spitter. Okay, yeah, they're all bio damage. So I was very wise to put on my anti-bio gear. Fortunately, he's a little too close. Can I hit both of these? No. I can't hit both of these. Good. Unfortunately, that just, well, it is going to get him to run away, so that's the important part. Yeah, you guys are not the problem. I can just take my time. He's going to take damage. Zap you. Back up. Yep. And then we're going to premeditate and zap you. Wow. Can't help but notice I'm not getting any crits on these things. Nope, not taking any chances. Spitter corpse. Crystallized spore. It's hard to tell what could have caused this spore to undergo crystallization. Saw him. Gremlin stool. You know, I'm not taking any chances. For all I know, these things, like, will burrow into the mushrooms and create more enemies. Not taking any chances. Just get rid of them. Get rid of them. We got plenty of aid right now. Calm down, coward. Go to the best trip of your entire life. It's you. It's you. Turn. It's hard to tell which ones of these mushrooms might be enemies that can pop up. Yeah. Why? So I mean, in total, most of the area is actually pretty safe, all things considered, at least from the Eye of Chort thing. He's decided I should do more psychedelics again. I'm not the biggest fan of most mood-altering substances and whatnot, but I did remember reading that there was a guy who was really looking into, like, the whole, like, just microdosing. Like, not even doing enough psychedelics to cause a trip, just doing a little bit, like, really microdosing, like, tiniest amounts. And he's like, no, it seems to have a lot of beneficial effects on, like, people's moods and all sorts of things. There's simply not enough to cause, like, long-term problems. Oh, hello, Mr. Chomper. Ow. Aren't you a jackass? I'm just gonna set you on fire. How much damage is that gonna do? You will almost die from it. Maybe not. There he is. And... oh, cave here. Before it becomes a bad time. It's big alcohol propaganda. I mean, if it's a mood-altering substance, there's always going to be the danger of fucking addiction / habit forming. It doesn't matter what it is. They're already doing more research on weed, which shows that it's way more habit forming than they thought it was, because now they actually have people, you know, actually doing it consistently. Let's back up here, then fire this off here, set you on fire. That won't kill you, but it certainly will help. Goodbye. I don't know. I don't take any of those substances. I've tried the occasional one, you know, the light stuff. I wasn't really impressed by any of it, not gonna lie. Whatever, recently studies show the consumption stay pretty much the same. If you're talking about weed, it's not a matter of consumption. It's a matter of how much the person comes to believe that it's part of their daily regime, which is a habit forming. Is the big thing. The brain adapts, starts to default to certain hormonal values, and then you always feel worse when you are around them. Yes, but see, the problem is, Tevin, is that I will openly admit that you are completely correct academically. The problem is that over the last 20 years, we've largely discovered that that technically, by that definition, applies to everything. Your very environment is habit forming and can affect how your brain chemistry works. Like, saying something is habit forming is quite literally everything. That's true for all kinds of drugs, like caffeine and sugar. Correct, definitely. So that's clear, that's clear. Still don't know what the fuck is... How big is this area now that I think about it? You're gonna be annoying, aren't you? Yeah, you're gonna be annoying. Please tell me that deals enough to kill him. I think it did. And running. And... Wow, did he? 3 health. Fuck you. Alright, problem solved. Still no eye. That's good. I'm tempted to not have to... Nope. None of them. I don't care that they seem to be harmless. They're all dying. Jump inside. Look down. Looks like a one-way trip. Oh, boy. Hole in floor. That's you. Oh, well. Oh, really? There's multiples of you? You're gonna be a pain in the ass, aren't you? That's you. Then fire that. Then, you know what? Let's just back up and zap you again. Good shot. Now we can do it. You know what? Let's save on side. Boom. Wow. Missed. There we go. Still no oddities. Still no oddities. Okay, so nothing, nothing, nothing. Cave ears, red tree mushroom. Nothing. Like, I mean, he said this area was dangerous, but I guess my anti-bio gear is working wonders right now. Let's go ahead and pop these. That was not what I wanted. I wanted a psionic. Talking about how stupid some of the legality is, I'm not really doing anything other than sugar outside of very special occasions. Oh, no, I get you. If I'm addicted to anything, it's carbohydrates, and it's not just sugar. I am one of those people who can legitimately bake a loaf of bread and then eat the entire damn loaf because I like bread. I'm one of those crazy. I'm convinced one of these is gonna drop an oddity or something. Is that you? Is that you? Nope. I can't do that, but that's because I make my own bread. Death mold. I've done that with my own bread. I've made a loaf of bread and just devoured the whole thing then and there. Depends on the bread. Oh, it absolutely depends on the bread itself, but even so. You are aggravating. I'm gonna set you on fire. Away. Then he's gonna have to go back, and then I shoot him. Down he goes. Nope. Aha! I actually got him that time. Back up. They're immune to crits, aren't they? Motherfuckers are immune to crits, aren't they? Because I use Psionic Mania. He's just straight up immune to crits. You bastards. I'm just saying it's much harder to overdose on sugar than Ted, what I'm gonna have to agree with Def Mole. Have you seen the obesity in some countries? Like, oh, what did we pick up? Super health hypo, antidote, adrenaline shot, bandage, side booster, morphine shot, canned meat, and a coagulation shot. Dead biohazard technician. How did you die if you had 100% bioresistance and fucking 75% acid? Obesity, yes, but I dare you to overdose on sugar specifically. I would if your obesity comes from eating too many sugary products, I would consider that a form of overdosing. Not as we traditionally think of it, but I'd absolutely consider it a form of it. You're gonna burn to death, I don't have to worry about it. Bad long term is extremely hard to lead to an overdose. With harder drugs and hallucinogens, you form a habit and easily lead to overdose. I am aware. Damn, one of them dropped that stupid oddity, and now none of them have. Alright, well, we know there's the hole over there, but I do want to know if there's anything. Okay, I'm gonna leave the latches. Apparently they're completely useless. Oh, spore turret. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that at all. I'm gonna hit you with a fucking plasma beam. Can you even hit me from here? You can't. I am outside of your range. Sucks to be you, jackass. That. Go. Wait. Do they come back? Oh. That's unfortunate. Oh, but you deal bio damage. A foreboding pulsating mushroom. The very ground beneath your feet is vibrating with each pulse. That's not good. That's not good at all. Can I set you on fire? No. Okay, time to leave. I don't have the ability to kill you fast enough to deal with this bullshit. Oh, hi, Mr. Spitter. I am gonna have to kill you, because you also might have a oddity. You did. Aha. We are 38 out of 62 to the final level. Alcohol is a harder drug. It's just socially accepted. It's harder than weed last I checked. Yeah, it is. Habit around sugar is really easy if you're biologically wired to get high energy with low effort. Yep. All right. Aha! That is the last one of those. Perfect. Okay, so as long as we stick to the outer area, we don't have to worry about this. Okay. This place is surprisingly big. Really? Really? Get frozen. Nothing. Damn. Aha! I knew that one was gonna move. I could feel it. Will that be enough to kill you? No, unfortunately it won't. Come on. You piece of shit. Yeah, of course you can hit me from there. Jackass. Oh, good. That's the third one of those. Spore sack, spirit mushroom, stuff. And a turret. Great. There we go. Sonic inhalants. You know what? Reduces all mechanical damage taken by 5%. I don't need this in my inventory, so we're just gonna eat it. 5. Give me combat. Premeditation. Zap. Did you miss? You missed! How did you miss? Whatever. Oh, it actually does have a corpse. Oh, but it's rebuilding. Nope. Dead. Are you fucking shitting me? I'm just gonna set all of you on fire. The fact that it can't even do enough damage to kill fucking burrower spawn is ridiculous. Yeah, you just get set on fire. There's nothing here. All right. And that thing is bad. Running away. Okay, so I guess the only other place to go is that hole we found, because there is nothing else here. Where are we? A lot of alternatives either use a substitute, makes you hungrier, which in turn makes you eat more, which again makes people think changing their diet can really help, which again makes them go back to sugar. Other alternatives contain lots of sugar, less, but it's still there. Your body wants to compensate for the missing energy, which is terrible, especially if you get older. Yep. Still can't kill you in a single night of mistakes, and it can be fixed eventually. No, well, I mean, it depends. Obesity on its own? Yes, Tenwin. If you get diabetes, though, well, you're kind of shit out of luck for the most part. Are you fucking kidding me? Get out of here. How many of you do I have to fucking freeze to death before you stop bothering me? Nothing back there. I'm assuming this links back up to the front. Yes, okay. We already know there's nothing else here. That one's gonna wake up, isn't it? Yeah, called it. Back up. That was not nearly enough damage. That was! You died. I'm just gonna go watch you burn to death if that's alright. There he goes! You gonna come back and try to attack me? And then you burn to death. Yep, fuck. Damn it. No oddity. I know they drop one. I know it's... What? Oh, the turrets can see me. Blap, blap. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's nothing else here. And then this loops back into here. Okay. Okay, so the only thing left is whatever this hole in the ground is. Hear me out, water. You're addicted until you die, and a single night of water will kill you. Technically, he's not wrong. Technically, it's even less than a single night. You can overdose in the span of just a few hours. All right, jump inside. Let's find out what's down here. Unknown. Great. Nothing. Dead end. Stool. Hole in the ground. Being technically correct is the best kind of correct. Water is the most potent poison in the world. Everyone who's drunk it will die. My science teacher once did that whole joke of, let me tell you about H2O, dihydrogen monoxide. And he explained all the things that water can do to you if you fuck up. But he did it with only the chemical name. And yeah, he got most of the people in my science class because nobody really understood what he was talking about. Great introduction to chemistry. Great introduction to chemistry. Back up. That. And that. Up that. Not enough to kill him. That wasn't either. You're aggravating, you know that? There, nothing there. We're gonna need to pop another inhaler. Monoxide, yeah. He used the proper word and didn't shorten it to monoxide. I've never heard anyone call it monoxide. I have only ever heard it called monoxide. What? Why am I in combat? Oh. Blap, blap. Okay. Let's at least see what's on it. Nothing. You are Annoying, because I can't die. There we go. There we go, number 4. Perfect. 41 out of 62. Just get around the corner. It can't shoot us if we're around the corner. Okay, there's nothing else in here. Let's just top off our health, just in case. 5. What about carbon monoxide? Oh, I guess you're right. In that case, yes, I have heard it called monoxide. Carbon monoxide. Fair enough. I guess it is just one that some people do and some they don't. Weird. Because I don't remember if he ever said specifically carbon monoxide, but that was so long ago, I just don't remember. You know, I'm getting really sick and tired of you guys. I really am. How did that not deal, like, enough damage to kill you? Whatever. Dead. Not a problem. Where exactly are we going? This is... I'm not even sure what we're doing down here at this point. And we're almost out of time. Oh, hi, Mr. You're being really annoying, you know that? Rah, rah, rah. Alright, can I... Well, that got him mostly. Alright. Keep moving. Keep moving. Oh, there's Gap, Chomper, and a turret. You're gonna be aggravating, aren't you? How many turns does it take to respawn? Because it seems to be fast. Yeah, it's pretty fast. Just gonna leave you. Top off with the inhaler. It's fucking aluminium. Sorry, aluminum just rolls off the tongue so much better. So much better. Thought you were doing shrooms. That was what the whole thing was about. I guess. My character probably has inhaled enough by this point. But no, seriously, where the fuck are we going? And I mean, Leo kind of just said that there was something down here, and I just took his word for it, now that I think about it. Oh my god. Was there any reason to make these things immune to fucking crits? Can I get over there? I probably need, like, agility to get over there to whatever that skeleton is. Twitch just warned me for that Rafflecopter. It's so pathetic. Warned you for what? Oh, kick your shins? Yeah, no, that's fine, man. That's fine. Endless Legend, there's safety options. We'll get there. So little damage to these motherfuckers. I knew I was going to be fighting enemies that were just straight up immune to... So wait, there's nothing down here? This just leads to a dead end. There was no giant shroom. I assumed there would be something down here, but there's not. You can't even get over to wherever this skeleton is. What the fuck? Wait, and this was a one-way trip down. How the fuck do I get out of here? Spore sack, chomper corpse. That. What the fuck? What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? There has to be something that we're missing. Am I supposed to be using the fucking spores? I can. It requires a biology of 150. Love the cultists. Never really loved the research or resource system, but otherwise it gets boring after the games. I only played Endless Space 2 on stream once. I played a little bit of it off stream. Overall, I think it's pretty good. We're going to be trying Endless Legend 1 later in August, and then Endless Legend 2 as soon as it comes out. What the fuck am I supposed to do? This is a dead end. There's nothing down here. But I can't get back up the way I came, so... Am I missing, like, a hidden path? Like, fuck. Check the walls. Check the... Endless Space 1, 2, and Legend, they all use the same system. I think he's referring to their economic system. Okay, you bastard. Okay, maybe there's something down here. Maybe I missed a turn. Maybe that's all it is. Oh, maybe. Are you shitting? Are you shitting? Go around! This fucking latcher is in the way, isn't it? Thank you. There we go. There we go. Progress. We only have a few minutes left anyways. There we... And of course there's a... Research economy and win conditions, at least back then, not very customizable. I don't know, Endless Space 2 seemed to have pretty good win conditions, all things considered. Get out of combat, yes, but then it immediately starts back up, of course. Okay. Okay, different area, different area. I don't think we'll be through this by the end, because, oh my god! Why? At the very least, why do they respawn so quickly? Luckily, I'm completely... Are you fucking shitting? How the fuck? There we go. Okay. There we go. And there's more of them. More turrets, just everywhere turrets. Okay. I'm a huge Stellaris fan, so that makes sense, I guess. Ah, okay, yeah. I've kind of noticed people who like Stellaris don't seem to like the 4X game, the other 4X games as much. Favorite win conditions in Endless Games is economic victory. We basically pulled that off. Did they have to make the turrets respawnable? There was no reason for that. That fucking latcher is in the way. Are you shitting? Step on it and get moving. Pulsating roots. I'm assuming... Yeah, that's what I thought. That didn't do any damage. Why didn't that do any damage? Please stop causing bleeding wounds, game. I appreciate it. Okay, premeditation. Let's back up and then fire my energy box. There we go. There we go. I wasn't a big fan of any of the other ones before or afterwards. They just didn't catch me for more than a single run. Stellaris I played since 1.2. Supreme Commander ruined RTS for me. Oh, yes. I can kind of see that. Or Supreme Commander was a good one. I played its predecessor, Total Annihilation, back in the day. Still think that's one of the best strategy games I ever played. What began as a conflict was the transfer of consciousness from flesh to machine, escalated into a war that has decimated a million worlds. The core and the enemy have all but exhausted the resources of the galaxy in their struggle for domination. Both sides now crippled beyond repair, the remnants of their armies continue to battle on Dragon Planet, their hatred fueled by over 4,000 years of potent war. This is a fight to the death. For each side, the only acceptable outcome is the complete elimination of the other. Still love that intro. It's one of my favorites. Giant tick. Why? And how do I get that heart-like... There it is. Heart-like organ. Myocardium. Huh. Full of viscous liquid. It smells horrible. Okay, can we... I need to finish, game. Cannot interact with that during combat? Then what the fuck? So I have to kill both of these things. Okay, get him weakened. They don't regenerate, do they? Alright, weaken you. I have to kill them both and then climb through before they regenerate. Okay. They're both fairly low. How much health do they have? 104, 72. Fuck. Okay, okay. Fire. Climb through. There we go. There we go. And the fucking turrets are dead now. Okay, I can save here. I can save here. Okay. So we have begun our expedition into the deep caves, gentlemen. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for joining me. I think we're going to call it quits for today. We're just out of time. This has been interesting. I want to find out more about whatever the fuck is going on with Chorton. What in the hell Biocore was doing down here? But that will have to wait for Sunday. I hope you all have a glorious rest of your day and a glorious start to your weekend, and I will see you then, folks. Have a good one. I gotta get going. Bye-bye.